pull up the. All right. No, y'all can't probably hear it. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, I got a little nervous when the shots were what they were on the first chow. But nice, yeah, nice little wall
I don't know
bounce
if y'all can hear
to bring it back and take it. Preds 2, that's going to be what keeps him in it. And that's just like, I think Lurks has maybe got the angle to kind of trade that out before the second kill comes in, but it looks like he's kind of behind the post or maybe watching that right side low push.
Yeah, I can. Okay.
But Preds shouldn't be able to get two there.
No, yeah, it's just tough on that time. It's just a good time.
It is.
You're just so focused on that guy lower. So nice shot by Pred there. And I thought in the 2-on-2, I thought Craze was actually going to kill Exnid first, but because Lurks died when he did, he opts for the first trade on a cell. So it was like this. If it's a second later, I think like Craze might end up just winning that round through mid. But sometimes that's just what this game is.
Well, first blood this time to the offense again. Celium and the squad combo needs to find that early pick. So we'll see what the Royal Ravens defense opts to do as you lose the man early. Probably hard to play it as aggressive on A as you'd like to.
As I say, bomb was B side. I thought for a second there they were going to try to just like switch things up, but I think with the first blood behind the nade, Jizz is just going to wrap it back. Now time to start to work this objective. This is all about the numbers game now, and Jizz just going to go right on it. Doesn't see anybody watching the cross, so timing will be good for him.
Oh, we talk about how hard it is to plant, but a little bit easier after you get that blood, because yeah, Royal Ravens can't take the positions they want to. He's got it right across at the box. Craze is going to pop. Does he turn it into multiple? He does. Now just trying to finesse. Help is going to come in. Yeah, I hope Nero can win that one. Not able to do it. It's going to need to be an ace now from Craze, and not going to get it done. Feels like Craze, another round where he's nearly able to call game.
I mean, a bullet away from killing Celium. It felt like a couple of times, and then, yeah, Pred's just playing the long distance with the AR. But I thought for a second when he was, like, butt scooting the bomb, I thought he was just about to, like, ninja that thing. Yeah. I think that's just my mindset. I love dealing for ninjas, but, yeah, I mean, yeah, you lose that first blood, and Kismet gets away with the bomb clean. Sometimes when we see you lose man advantages on Scar, it's typically post-plant. That player who plants ends up dying, but it was just so...
That was a good vision, though, of like how it can be tricky, though, as the offense when you plant it and back up. Like that box, like there is playmaking ability for the retake 100%. You saw Craze nearly go crazy. But it'll be Falcons with the 2-0 edge early here, able to get it done on offense and defense to start us off. Aggressively pushed up will be Craze, just inside a deli, tucked away in a corner. He's basically got all the kills for his squad so far, and he's looking to get active again.
And he did this last round, but it was much later, so he's doing a little bit quicker now.
Kind of relying on your teammates' comms and enemy pings from fires to find an opening.
He's got to be careful, because sometimes that player top stairs will just go for a wall bang through the window, but instead he's going to get caught by Celium. So first blood again for Falcons. See, Slasher was just watching that flank, but now he feels like he's got to get involved, so he's going to try to work middle.
Lurks just getting wall banged, ripped, and dropped. Slasher trying to find an opening. Gonna give, I thought maybe Cell another one, but it'll be Exit that closes it out. So far, so good for Falcons, and I think Cell on 4 or 5 straight now.
Put it back on.
Hasn't earned a streak, but maybe get a little bit closer. We'll keep an eye on it.
No, but just in general, just great out of Falcons, right there. They're playing together. Seems like they're always in the right place. Not letting anything bad happen, and it's sort of like,
I don't know why he's
Ravens
doing
are the one
that.
getting caught in these awkward moments where they're getting blooded, or when they do have numbers, not exactly sure what to do, or just relying on Craze on the offensive.
Yeah, I mean, outside of that, the first round, obviously, Preds 2 kind of switches things, but the other, like, listen, A is pretty, it's not, it can be crazy just because the balconies and pillars and timings of it, but like, it is sort of like a group up and trade effectively type thing, and when they've gotten bloods back to back, I mean, that scenario, you should be winning that, I think, with the talent on this roster.
Hey, Celium going crazy right now. And that's what I need from him.
Ravens try to get aggressive.
He predicted 55.5
gets there and finds the timing, and that's just free.
for
he just checks it. He just jumps over the wall.
kills for map 1 through 3.
They need someone to watch
He dropped like 33.
They just run under
map
the plane.
1.
I think
He got 6 kills right now. So
he just does that and sees them both, and he's like, okay, I have a freebie.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It's like we have some standard like 3-lane maps and like structure, but because of the wall bounce, it becomes a little interesting just the lane checks you can get for free, right?
If you
like,
want to get aggressive, one person just has to watch that from top.
Well, so in the past you have to like low shoulder or something, or at least get to a position to like hold a head of your shoulder. This you just jump up and check it. Like,
yep.
That's the one thing. It's like not quite traditional Call of Duty. A little bit different, despite having some traditional maps. Another nade kill for Cell. His streak keeps on going. He's 7-1. Pred gets another. Nero left alone. 1 versus 4. 20 seconds to go. Sniper in hand. Best of luck with that.
They've just never had numbers, really, Ravens. These last 3 rounds have been all Falcons. And on this map, when you're down a man or two,
He was hitting that.
You feel like you have to hit a timing, right, to catch them off in no man's land or catch them on the bomb, and they just haven't been able to do that. But that just starts with Celium jump peeking just 10 seconds into the round.
Maybe they're liking Scar. I mean, we saw the hardpoint win versus Thieves here. I mean, dominant so far in search. Pred, vibing, boys clicking, looking for those first 10 CDL points.
Alrighty.
Get you a headband like that.
I mean, I'd look insane.
I think you look good.
I don't know, man. Is it connected to his glasses?
It might be. Maybe like they broke or something.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what was going on there. They're trying to triple chow out towards B.
Now we're kind of desperation mode.
Yeah,
we're trying to.
He's not working.
He's not working. We're going to chow the Godheady on the plane with our nades, but we didn't find that player, so things not going well. And now you're 30 seconds in the round. Probably don't have a lot of utility left, and you're just playing standard edge.
Slasher, Nero, and Lurks are combined 2 and 12. I mean, it has been, outside of a couple playmaking chances from Craze, there has been next to nothing.
0.
And I would keep saying it, a broken record, but like, yeah, when you're down in numbers basically early every round, it's almost the equivalent of like losing rotation over and over again at hardpoint, right? Like, it's just hard. The game's hard.
And well, Falcons switching up this time. They've played so standard. Now they're getting aggressive. And well, it was Craze trying to pick up the deep flank, so he does get a trade.
They know there's going to be 2 more.
Probably not, yeah. So I like this switch up here. What's been working? Now let's get aggressive. Cell's going to find one. He's on 7 in a row. Stats going to be looking a lot better. He also has the health.
Yeah, let's say.
All right.
Cell's like, listen, I've been the top KD for however many years in a row. When I'm going to get mine,
He's
I'm gonna
8-1 right
He's
now.
no free kills.
Slasher makes it. Oh my. Just the timing. Just the timing. But Nero does turn this into 2-on-2.
They fly at him. Nero gets a second.
Dang, he got sell.
And Slasher will.
Wow, they
up.
won that round.
Yeah, Slasher, I mean, honestly, just peeking there for a second was probably enough to set Nero up by
Okay.
Thatcher. He might probably help. Maybe turn to head.
Turned ahead. 100%.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it back to see if that was the case. But at first, I was like, oh, God, Slasher, what are we doing? Like, wait until you got to get me there.
In that box, but yeah, put shots in, allows Nero just to play his life. So nice little clutch there. Much needed for Carolina.
Yeah, no, much needed. Yeah, good way to put it. They needed a round big time.
My mic, yeah.
They're still going to get blooded, right? But
No? Okay.
this time, at least able to bring it back. And it feels
I
like a
thought my
team that
mic
wants to
was
slow
muted.
rounds down. They really tried to slow it down there. I mean, it was really the aggression from
let me,
Falcons. And that's probably what they would love. I mean, Falcons getting over
give me
aggressive,
a
trying
sec.
to wrap flanks. And it probably plays into maybe what Ravens want to do.
Well, I think what was awkward is that, like, once they had multiple people on the flanks, they
Just had nobody.
They all backed up. Everybody backed up. That opened that avenue up for Slasher. So, yeah, maybe Falcons playing a little bit too safe, but still, good switch up for them. And now you have this.
And that should free up the A bomb site. As Cell will be calling everybody out. A bomb site wide open. They'll take the plant off of the streak, or will they? It looks like he hopped on it, was about halfway and hopped off of it. Just worried maybe the timing wasn't going to work out.
They didn't really slow it down, so it didn't float in the air for too long, but they got a first blood through it. You trap 2 players inside of that mid deli. So 2 versus 3 now. And you have Pred starting to lurch his way on up.
That timing is not the best for Slasher. That is disgusting stuff. At first I thought Pred was going to be a free kill. Slasher turns right before he bounces up. They're hunting for him, not finding him. Pred makes the play. Cell streak really opens things up. Just able to calm everybody and get people penned inside at deli. Nice little bounce back round there after giving one up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that turns around if Pred does get caught. Because Slasher, his spidey senses were tingling there for a bit.
I ain't gonna lie, Pred and Cell's going off. They both went
He knew someone
popping
was
off
lurking. I mean, that's
map
what he
1,
likes to do,
and they're
but
playing
he's gonna watch it back and be
fantastic
like,
map 2 right now.
Yeah.
like this timing is disgusting.
I think once they build their chemistry up, they're definitely gonna be they'll be top 5. Top 5. I feel
You're gonna
like.
have to win a whole rounds in a row. And for all Ravens, I mean, step 1 is try and get numbers if you can early in any of these rounds. But the Cell and Pred duo, 16.
Ooh, we got a hit marker right there.
Dominating here in the search and destroy. Kiz has got one right next to him, and that should be a free one. Slasher Nice play, just lurking out mid. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think they want to catch Falcons getting a little over aggressive. And now with the lead, like I'm 5-1, there's probably going to be some plays like that.
Well,
Can they take opportunities?
Still got the sniper.
He's the one getting aggressive because usually that mid cut is controlled by the defense. He just catches the timing. He went so quick into that spot. So great job by also who we normally don't sort of see that. Him taking space away.
I was like surprised it was Slasher.
No, yeah, but well, that first blood may not matter because you got one player deep on the flank. That's going to be excellent. Celium, he's got the sniper in hand.
Yeah, of course, it's been Pred and Cell. They've been leading the way throughout, and they might be bringing them back in a 3v4 in this one. But now, due to the kills, they're up a man. Ravens trying to hold on for dear life. Slasher and Nero, good damage in from Slasher. Tries to find an opening across. That's going to bait Pred through and set up Nero for 2. Slasher may not get the kills, but it's a huge round. Now down to 1 versus 1. Exit is a bullet. Try to get, but I mean, getting back to full.
He don't got much time. He don't got much time.
That's a round.
You don't really have time for this. So.
Yeah, he had to just send it, and
he's gonna be happy about that. I'll just be thinking, what is that guy doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I get it.
Just get those kills,
HP, but like the only win condition is you get the kill. It's like he had to fly at him bullet and just hope he dunks on him.
So yeah, I mean that round kind of starts and ends aside. He just finds a couple of timings, and they know there's somebody on the flank. So Nero and Slasher just run forward. They had Celium weak with the sniper. He only has a pistol. Let's just take that gunfight and able to catch the other one.
Well, there's one done. 4 more needed now. 4 Royal Ravens, but maybe starting to find their footing a little bit here in Search, but maybe just in too big of a hole. But yeah, some great players. Great plays from Slasher. Despite the fact he's 2-6 still. Sets up Nero for sure in that one. And Cell, similar to spotting this, making sure nobody's pushing through. It'll just be Slasher on that heady. Just trying to put damage down. The rest of the team kind of working their way up towards A. They have 2 inside of Deli.
Look at that stun miss. The wallbang's coming through. Okay, that's what you have to be worried about. But the problem is Lurk died. So Lurk's is going to get taken down from up top. And you have Craze lurking here. That's the sort of the issue.
You just don't need to die there.
Yeah, don't need to die here. Your playmaker is in his spot. This is what you're waiting on, to at least get 1 or 2. But now guess what? You're still down a man.
Craze gets to his box. Can't make it happen. Cell then pushes up the map. Him and Slasher are having that one-on-one extended out on plane side. Finally, they square up mid.
Should be able to win it all to Nero. Right here. Well, actually,
bomb getting planted here.
Map 2.
Not going to find an opening.
Yep.
Kiss.
There we go.
Awaiting, finding the kill. A nice search win there for
I think that's a good
team
10
starting
points.
to click up to
10 kills, I mean.
And I mean, now this Ravens team, who we saw some positive things from. He's talking about the Monster
kills,
Launch Invitational. Things not looking good.
No, it's tier list might have to be
10 kills from Sale.
Yeah, it might in Surge soon, but yeah, we'll see if they can bounce back here in Overload. But so far, our first 2 maps have not looked good, and then just a little, I don't know, discombobulated, I would say, just not really on the same page. Even just think that last round is the perfect.
I think so. Got 10 kills.
You're setting up Craze. No reason for you to get picked because the position Craze is playing right there. He knows he's getting straight. Like he's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like you have to then. The play is.
But he showed he can get 1 or 2 from that spot if someone's looking over him and helping. But then once it's just him, it's like then it's definitely a one and done type situation.
Does not help at all.
Yeah. We don't see Slasher, his webcam not working, but I gotta imagine going to be a little bit frustrated because he wants to be sort of Mr. Fundamental. Yeah, play the right way, react to what you're doing, and I mean, sometimes you just blame it on being shorter man, like situations are gonna happen, but some of the 4-on-4 situations just, someone a little overeager, a little bit too long of a peak.
Again, this is like, kind of hit the reset button here for Carolina. You have a young team, gonna take some time.
No, it is just how much time do you have? Because unfortunately for you, like there have been some years where it feels like, building a team from the ground up, mid-league is very top heavy and there's a lot of room in the middle to like rise. I don't know, that it's just real competitive right now from almost top to bottom.
Like, not a lot of space.
There's not. So not the best state for them to try and be building something, but we'll see if they're gonna be able to do it. Right now though, in trouble. Ravens in an 0-2 hole. After the break, we'll see if they can bring it back in the overload. Don't go anywhere.
All right. You have a mission while in the promos. Make your first team pick during the promo. football season. I'm done with the actual sports stuff.
With Craze, one of the, and actually we get to say it, the winningest player in Challengers last year, and I got to start right there. You won not just multiple times, but you won multiple times with brand new rosters all the time. Take me through that whirlwind of a Challengers year.
Last year, Challengers was kind of a movie. Like I had a different team every event besides the last two. Every elite had a different team, and every cup I felt like I had a different team. But like I don't know, it was just insane. Like everyone on my teams were just getting picked up. So I had to like find replacements, so I made it work.
Do you find that like disheartening, or do you find that like that lights a fire when you're watching guys around you win with you, get picked up, and then you have to go and still grind it out again?
I think it's more motivating than anything, to be honest. Like seeing my boys get picked up, it's not like disheartening, to be honest, at all.
I would be remiss if I didn't have a chance to ask a question about my co-commentator in your UNC study. What has it meant to be able to kind of come through as a kid, play alongside him and his community, and now have a chance to be casted by him?
It's pretty awesome being casted by him now. Obviously, I've known him for like 6 years probably now. Pretty good amount of time. It's like since I was like 15. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's dope. It's really dope. Like growing up, playing wagers, 8s with him and stuff. And then them casting me is pretty cool.
What is one hot take that you hold on to right now that is going to start an instant debate in the team facility?
A hot take? I got one. I think it'll get Austin fired up. Jetpacks are overrated.
What's the first word that you're saying when you get cheesed in game?
Yeah, all right. Something like that. Something about that.
Rapid fire team questions. Who's the team troll?
Lurks.
Who's sleeping through an alarm on match day?
Lurks.
Who's the teammate most likely to rage off stream?
Austin.
Who's surviving for the longest if you placed them randomly in the wilderness with no resources?
Austin.
Who's the one player that you're most excited to see on the map?
Mamba.
Ah, I
Good
love
question.
that. I love that. Okay. Sweet. Crazy. Thanks so much for taking the time. Best of luck this weekend. Super pumped to see you on the map.
Appreciate it. I'll catch you on the field.
Yes, sir.
We get it?
Yeah.
Boom. Let's go. I want to say that I was not trying to curse us. I did not. I thought it was 250 kills. So when we were up 70 kills, I was like, "There's no way we can lose."
Yeah.
Now it makes.
Dashing oh my God, what a play. Coming in from old time, and I love this. Well, now shots.
Can't read this. Yeah, what a play. He should let one walk past. Yep.
Here comes the first.
Good play. Two-piece. Great play.
That is
Free. Gorgeous.
And we get
is that going to flip spawns? Yo, that was beautiful by
the Falcons, and Optic are starting to figure it out.
and you know what? That ain't going to show up on the scoreboard. But what a play.
You stay L triggered, Mercs there for
Just
two.
broke the hill basically
there for the
by himself.
kill.
This is perfect. Just funnel them green. We have this grandma rotation. 10 seconds left.
Scuff, the official controller of the CDL.
Monster Energy, official energy drink of the CDL.
We're back, and this one's looking like a hot 3-0 so far. Falcons
Might have a
complete.
couple of those today.
Yeah, no, we might. We were looking at it, like, we might
All right,
have
that's
some
a
quick
little bit
ones
better.
today. We'll see. That's all right, dude. It's all right.
We
We'll
had some
have some quick
day
days.
last time.
Yeah, absolutely. Go out, enjoy the weather. I just saw there's like a winter storm warning tomorrow, though. We're getting like
Fine.
We're getting 4 to 5 inches. You're driving. We're gonna make it in.
Got 3 people watching. If you are new to the channel, guys, make sure you hit that like
I wasn't sure
button.
if you did. We'll see if we're here. Hopefully, we'll make it in safely. But back to the match.
Right now, we are watching
monster. We're going to see how this team shapes up, leading
Real
towards
Falcons
Major 1. We still have
play,
ways to go towards that. Again, each team playing 7 matches. We've got
Carolina,
1 or 2 really
Royal
done
Ravens
for most
right now.
squads. But yeah, this is kind of
I think next match is
what we hope to see from this team. What we hope to see specifically from a player like Cell.
I think
He's always a
Boston
guy,
and
even when,
G2.
like, that phase team was not playing well.
So I'll probably
Still not is.
change
Like, especially I think of Vanguard, like Vanguard,
the title.
I don't know how they got all those seconds, but he was
after,
literally dropping a 1-2
this
every single
match.
series. Even when they looked like I didn't know if they knew what direction to run sometimes in hardpoint. Like they drove
I think
us
we
insane,
need Silly
but
and
still
get
was
like
dropping bombs.
Yeah, I mean, that was sort
13,
of like the first
14
year where we were
kills,
like,
to be
dude,
honest.
these numbers are.
Yeah, I was like, that don't really make
That's
sense.
what I
That
need
doesn't
from
make
him.
sense at all. They just lost a hard point by 150. He's 40 and 20. I was like, what?
That's how it was. But so far, they're up 2-0.
Still going crazy right now.
This guy, 1.87.
That's a weird picture, I'm not gonna lie.
Dominating, was the highest kills in the map number 1. We just saw
alright,
kills on
see.
that streak in map 2. Let's see how they look in Overload.
They're going to need to get locked in every mode if they're going to contend with the top teams who they suffered losses to early on in Optic and Thieves. And just with it being a new mode, like I feel like it's a really good opening for a team if they do put the work in, if it does click for them a little bit before other squads. It's not like it's overly complicated, right? It's similar to other modes we've played, but it's still new.
No, 100%. Yeah, this is where you can try
That's
to
a quick score.
Yeah, set yourselves apart. And as you said, 40 seconds in, and there's just again, just the slaying has been so lopsided in this matchup. You are a Falcons fan, you are happy because this is kind of what you were hoping in matchups like
Okay,
that.
excellent.
Dude, yeah, Ravens are getting just slammed.
Yeah, it's
Got
belt
2
to
kills
ass
so
right
far.
now.
I thought you were
I'm not
talk
gonna
about
lie.
the moan again. There's a 2-0 lead. Wait, I didn't get the moan. You got the moan?
Oh, I got the moan.
Oh, I didn't get the moan.
I've been having a moan.
I'm pissed. I want more moaning.
No, I'm just
Look at
happy
this.
that like
Holy.
You saw it was all like the scum of them saw heard it too, right?
Scub heard it last week. He's like, dude, I thought that I was getting messed with.
Yeah.
No,
So I need you to
Yeah,
pull up, man. Like I'm looking at the map thing.
It was deep in my ear. A couple of times there.
Well, finally, a couple of kills for the Royal Ravens. We'll
There
see
we
if they
go.
can turn this into some offense. They need to pick the player towards the MP. That was Cell. They're able to shut him down. And now they look for another opening. Numbers here for a moment for Royal Ravens. The numbers are growing. They haven't grabbed EMP yet, but they've gotten a nice stretch of kills. Unfortunately, now everybody off a spawn for Falcons. Time to play defense.
Wow.
That defense just gets blown up.
He's trying to do it
Slasher with a
himself.
double, tries to go through, doesn't get in. Goal line defense is there. I think he just thought I hit that nade. I got 2, I'm in.
No, yeah, he's pushing it, just trying to go. Almost hits the time. It comes down to a 1 versus 1, but Pred able to find it. Really, you were hoping Lurks found one because he was setting up that pinch through window room, but you picked that up if you're Falcons, but another chance here. It's going to be 3 dead. It's top side. If you are Ravens, this is the side you want.
Ooh, that was-
Drake shots at exit,
ooh.
a wonderful snap. Then you're just sort of waiting for your teammates to get in. The player in the window room that time was crazed.
Wow,
Doesn't find
okay.
a kill, but I think slows down the Falcons, allows you to get the score.
All right, so
Good kill, good kill.
Ravens now back into this.
It woke up.
Yes, yeah, no, I was real worried.
Fred and X ain't going crazy right now.
It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, 100%. But
2 minutes is a long time.
it is. They've got 2.5 still to work with. Trying to maybe even this up. It's chest bump in the stairwell. Celium will be able to win that. Lurks though, timing him behind. He'll get the kill, put pressure to the spawning players, or maybe he's just gonna. I thought he was gonna put pressure to spawn. He tries to catch somebody out towards
ACL.
mid, and he's gonna end up dropping.
It's all good. It's all good.
Hey,
Ooh.
I thought he was just gonna play.
I ain't gonna lie. They said the pistol
Spawners.
is crazy as hell. I didn't expect it to be this dang crazy.
And on the attack, let's go to a listen in with Ravens.
Let's go mid. I'm there bottom P3, hold on. There's a thing here.
Yeah. Top P3. Because I could look.
Kill P3. P3 jumped out. He's dead.
Go right, guys. They might be chasing Con. I think they're chasing Con.
He's top P3. Top P3.
Good stuff, Sal.
Stay left short.
There's exit. I'm wrapping right.
L, X.
Right.
On bomb. On A bomb laying down. One short on me. On A bomb. Dead. One short. Yellow and short.
I'm mid part. One shot.
Yeah, yellow
Top
and
right. Kids top crate.
Good stuff. Oh my goodness, Sal. Holy.
One top P3.
Left right MC. Left right MC. Hard stun.
Short. Done.
I'm going P3, guys.
Let's get kissed.
He's off,
I'm
right?
on right. Yeah, you can be deep on me.
P3, top P3, kids. Dead.
Nice.
Two back right.
Back flat, weak.
Crazy.
X-Nid, one shot flat, guys. He's on P3, guys.
Jeez.
Deep kiss.
One's gonna be P3, I promise you.
We had so many rookies this year. It's crazy.
For a second, they were in pretty good position to attack, but it was like Craze kind of solo child and Slasher kind of solo child.
Well, it seemed like they wanted to wrap it left. And
Is that the play? Okay.
Wow,
I think that's
Fred.
I don't know
What
why
the
they
heck?
made that call, but then as soon as Craze died, he was the only player that could really help them rotate it back towards the top side.
Yeah.
A little, again, kind of what we've talked about, just feels like, I don't know, comms-wise, how they want to play a game, not on the same page.
Yeah, I thought that Crazy was just going to kind of tuck away, wait for them to engage so he could pounce. But yeah, the timing just a little bit off. But that's, yeah, we've talked about that through our point through the search. Just tiny misplays or just misplays in timing.
Oh my goodness.
Melt Slasher. Nice little snap onto the second. Now a chance for them to get forward and score. Going to win the one-on-one towards the MP. Probably able to do that. Hit the gap and get through.
Nice.
A late first half score there for Falcons as well. It was all Falcons in the first minute and a half. Then Ravens start to fight for some control, but all that fight, it feels like for Ravens, kind of dissipates. And it might get worse if these final 30 seconds, if Falcons are somehow able to score again. That would be painful. Will there be an opening? Trying to find kills. 20 seconds to go. EMP down, that will end it. So
it's always so abrupt. He just dies.
No, honestly, so he's got flashbang.
He died halftime.
Yeah, that's the halftime part.
But yeah,
plenty of time to
get
get these kills. Plenty of time.
Had him in a spawn trap. As we'll take a look at the highlights here. But then, yeah, Ravens came alive. But you can just see this early scoreboard was very ugly. We're thinking we're going to have a very long game, or very short game. But then you bring it back for Ravens, and there was a chance, I think, to tie it up at 2 apiece. But yeah, we heard in the listing.
Well,
something happened.
A couple, whether it was the first push where Slasher got the 2 kills with the nade and kind of just solo yellows it. Almost got through. I mean, hell, I thought he was going to get there. Got stopped right at the goal line. And then, yeah, just didn't really figure out how they maybe wanted to execute that one time. But it's a 3-1 scoreline, but yeah, I mean, it feels like it could be maybe 2-2 to finish that first half, but that's not what it'll be. So work to do for Ravens now to bring it back in this second half. They need a much better start.
No, that's the key.
Yeah.
As early in these games, they're just going down by a large amount, and well, Falcons just hanging on to that lead. That's what they have done so far. As Kismet is just all the way in the spawn, so you're gonna play off him. You can see his position on the minimap, number 4, just trying to buy time or just be annoying.
Well, it should be. It allows the rest of your team to push the map, right? It just gave them some freedom. 2 or 3 players really trying to deal with.
Well, I was thinking, like, you can just leave him there.
Okay, still with 13.
Yeah, no, like, they're not moving the EMP whatsoever. So it's one of those things where, guys, he's behind us.
I think get a couple more kills just to be on the safe side.
It's just like, when will he maybe shoot in the back? It's just tough. Someone's got to pick it up. But through all that wackiness early, nothing really done objectively. Everybody kind of still fighting for control. Speaking of like flank plays, Pred might be the one to do it now. They're going to wait to see if Pred can make a play to open things up for him. But Ravens applying pressure. On the offensive side of it, Pred is the one that's going to try to slow this down, make sure they can't get EMP control, get all the kills you want, but if you don't get the objective, you can't do anything with it. Now you've cleaned up Pred, you've got Lurks pushed up. Great opportunity here. They're going to take it bottom side due to Lurks' position. You got to win some gunfights, though, if you're going to shut it down. I thought Lurks almost got just slammed, but still a chance. That chance is now gone as Exit gets 2. Lurks was still weak from that first fight.
Yeah, I think if Slasher wins that gunfight, that's probably a score.
And if Lurks is clean, too, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think they know he's there, so he's going to get traded out. But yeah, you're just hoping. He's just really, I'm going to buy as much time as possible, let the nades maybe be focused on me. But the guy with the EMP, he's just got a pistol. So if he takes a straight up gunfight, probably going to be a loss.
Yeah, I mean, pistol's good and all, but yeah, it should be a loss, hypothetically. Just tucked in the corner, waiting for that EMP to move forward, and able to shut it down. And well, with a lot of just kind of neutral objective right now, plays great to Falcons, who have that 2-point lead. They're happy to kind of fight in a stalemate for this entire half if they need to. All the pressure to Ravens to find some openings. Some EMP is going to reset out to mid-map.
And they've had a lot of map control. There's always just been this one more player. You need EMP control. And you just have had Pred or Exit be so annoying. Like, you have ring control again. This is the second or third time where if you're Carolina, you've had players in this position. The problem is the EMP hasn't moved. It still hasn't. Exit is buying so much time.
He's just been in their window. Like, he's been in their window with a perfect line of sight on EMP. Like, until he's dead, you're not grabbing
it. Yeah, now you got to do it again, right? So, all right, we lose ring control, but all right, we have EMP. The problem is now everyone's up for Falcons. They can have a very stable defense here.
Still, though, an opportunity for Ravens to get within 1. Got to start executing. Well, that might disappear before it begins, or does it? Nero some damage into the third player. That's the cue for Lurks to get on forward. He's able to finish it off. Opening is in, and there's the score. So you lose the first 2 players, and then basically 2v4 for the score there. That's incredible from Ravens, but we're not done yet. Just under 2 to go. They need another score.
And they do have top side control.
3-2. They got a minute and a half.
They're able to win a couple of gunfights. Just some tough timing there for Lurks. He was getting pushed up. Yeah, again, it just starts with this EMP. I have no idea how Kismet got that kill.
Straight headshots.
Just all head, 3 bullets from the pistol to the head, and that is a gunfight win.
It just smokes them, and now you got to get a stop. They get a score here. It could seal it. Pressure is in. EMP going through. Big kills from Kiz and Celium, and now all that work he did if you're Ravens, it is gone. 2-point lead again for Falcons. Close to a 3-0, but we're not done yet. You just need some insane plays if you're Ravens. And well, we've seen some insane overloads. We've seen some insane ones here on exposure. maybe a chance now for more insanity.
Lurch just grabs the EMP. I thought he was going to maybe try to get pushed up. He was the first one off spawn. I don't think you want to be the first one off spawn to be grabbing it. That's when you want to apply the pressure based on what we've seen from our top teams. And, well, he just kind of slows down, right? You just have a pistol now. But yeah, maybe they just want to control possession. Didn't want them to play keep away.
Maybe that's the case, but it's still technically possible. They're just going to have to get all of the kills. Pred able to get 2 from mid. It's bottom side spawn. Forward man's going to be crazed. He's going to grab him. The rest of his team is coming off a spawn. Can they get to him? He's just going to go for it. Maybe find an opening. Yeah, it's his desperation time.
Yeah, do the timing, the reset, 10 seconds. They know they need 2 scores, and yeah, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, hell, he got closer than I thought he was going to be honest. But Falcons, after the early struggles with the start and kickoff of the league, now on the board. They get the 3-0 win. They get 10 CDL points. And now, hey, listen, you're looking like maybe you can make a run to get a winner's bracket start. As Ant said, though, the schedule, it's not easy going forward. This is one you had to win. You did win, and you look solid in the process.
I mean, listen, second weekend of the CDL and first win, a lot better than last year. It was like the 18th weekend.
That's a really good point, Joe.
Yeah, it is. Hey, listen,
that's a really good point.
Small victories. It's a new year.
Yeah, I mean, you won a hard point in your first series, Joe, or second series.
That's a good point, too.
All right.
That took until
small wins.
I mean, last year, I might still be waiting for my
How many kills did Sil had?
When they get 10 CDL points, and now
didn't want them to play keep away.
Maybe that's the case, but it's still technically possible. They're just going to have to get all of the kills. Pred.
I mean, the reset, 10 seconds. They know they need 2 scores, and yeah, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, hell, he got closer than I thought he was going to be honest. But Falcons, after the early struggles with...
Okay.
Leading the way with 30, but honestly, pretty much a team effort. We just look at the damage, everybody involved
22.
on the Falcon side. They came in like a hammer to start that first half. And honestly, it's funny. They win by 2. They were up 2-0 within the first 60 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, there were a lot of big moments throughout it, but that's what I'm looking at. I mean, you put in 2 in that opening 60.
All right,
yeah,
so
I think
the next one is,
the second half they just controlled. I don't know, they were just annoying. Like they did a very good job of making sure either Exton or Pred were in top window,
Mamba.
making sure EMP wasn't. And honestly, it felt like Ravens were in control for most of that second half.
I think it's Mamba and
EMP was at a different spawn.
Austin.
Those exact plays would not have worked out.
Player,
but with it being
what's
at the
his
mid-spawn,
name?
yeah, that window was insane. Like,
Okay, so
saw
it's
the video, it looked
G2.
like best of luck round
G2
of that.
Boston.
Just wasted
Okay.
so much time. So great job there by
Let me
Falcons.
go ahead
Looked
and
clean. Yeah, it's good showing.
Absolutely good showing, and you got to be worried now for the Ravens a little bit. I feel like we were just having this conversation on the other side, but
yeah,
let me go ahead and change it.
I don't know, just not high expectations whatsoever.
I think that's the next game.
We're hoping kind of like what you put together last year with like a top 4, top 6 team worked out again early, but just not.
I guess I was just hoping it was one of those teams like a Rocker last year, or somebody that's like competitive, pushing people to map 5s.
Yeah,
I think that's the next game.
I've seen moments like I thought Trey's looked pretty solid that series. I think Nero looked pretty good on the AR again and the respawns, but just as a team, not on the same page.
Not on the same page. We'll see if they can get things together before we get to Major 1 at the end of January. But to break down that first series, Des, talk to us.
That was faster than I expected, and I am already on tilt with my predictions. Carolina underperforming, to say the least. And Allie, you were saying something that it just on paper, this looks like a team diff. You have a 3-time world champion squad against some rookies. And then Nameless, you were saying that that's not always going to be just a staffing issue you can solve for this problem, but that will take them a while, right?
Yeah.
What does Carolina need to focus on moving forward here?
I mean, it's teamwork aspect of everything. I mean, there are a couple moments where like the game gets silent on that map 1 Colossus. Obviously, Kismet's taking a route, or somebody, right? And you see it again in that overload. Multiple times we have a push going. Xnid comes from behind and finds 2 kills. So to me, that means the comms are a little bit frantic, or in practice, like they're just not improving, because these are things that we're starting to see teams consistently pick up upon in these games. So Royal Ravens just definitely behind, but you know, to Ali's point, when you just look at it in a vacuum, you look at these rosters, like the Riyadh Falcons have a more stars on the roster.
And the weakness of this squad is supposed to be Xnid. He leads the lobby not only in damage, but he also drops 44% accuracy. That is going to be best in the game.
That should be the next game. Minnesota G2 and Boston Breach.
No wasted ammo.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the kid's got a clean shot.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about Falcons.
Well, so on the side of Xnid, like we've watched him develop as a player, right? Like this is a guy who has gone through the trials and tribulations and has come out as one of our better players, and you put him on a star-studded roster like this is as we expected, right? It's supposed to be a dominant win from the side of Riyadh Falcons. And yes, for Carolina Royal Ravens, sure, like it's the start of the year, it's a new roster, you got some rookies on it, you know, it could take some time to build, but there are teams that have completely changed before in the past, and you could even see like moments where it's like, okay, you can see where the chemistry might be able to build a foundation to build on. I just don't feel like I see a foundation on Carolina Royal Ravens right now.
It's not Vancouver pre-Neptune is what you're saying.
They're dropping 0.7s. You don't really have a front line, and you're supposed to be more of a defensive side of the team. Even your ARs are struggling. I just don't see a net for this Carolina Royal Ravens.
Carolina's got time to figure things out, but they need to start putting up some wins. We'll see if they can get it in their next matchup. For now, though, this is the first 10 points for the Riyadh Falcons on the season. Congratulations.
Yeah.
This took them 2 stages last year to get to this position, and it came in part to the effort from the front line. Walk me through these numbers from Pred and Exnid.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is exactly what you want to see for your Falcons. And this is why when we were talking about Falcons in the pre-show, I said, I'm not out on this team just yet. They had 2 very tough matchups to kick things off. And I was happy that they had this match versus the Ravens. And I said it, they needed to 3-0 these guys, right? Because you need to draw a line in the sand like, hey, we're here to compete. We're trying to win championships. They're not the level of the LA Thieves or the Optics yet, but there is a difference in pace of play,
100%.
in the players that they have on this roster than the teams that are at the bottom of the league. And you saw that map number 1 in if there's a meta in this game where there's going to be 3 SMGs, they are going to be unbelievable.
100%.
They're Colossus. When you have Pred, Exit, Kismet all running SMGs, it looks ridiculous.
And it's Celium looking over you, by the way, that drops 1.74s. I mean, we had the Celium index last year for a reason, right? So it almost comes back to like they have a foundation. I see Riyadh Falcons, they play up against a team like Carolina or Ravens.
Nah,
you know,
but this is how they're supposed to be playing.
Outside of the A tiers, they have a foundation to
Yeah, I'm
work
not gonna
with.
lie.
Exit for me, he has been a pleasant surprise in the way that he has been able to adapt to this
Like,
game. When
Sail Prayer popping off,
Exit
Exit popped off.
trying to make a heads up play.
Kids,
It's not just that he's gunning. He's not
don't
just
get
holding
twisted. He's a world champion.
He's actually actively trying to get into the mix and do something.
He can gun.
We called it way back
I think
at EWC.
it's gonna
the
take
very
a while.
First time we saw Exnid
I
take
think
the
it'll take a
stage,
while
there
for
was
kids.
potential there. Now
I'll
he's
say-
playing
I'll probably
amongst
say
one
the
of the
next
greats who joins us live. It's the
game or
2021
two.
World
He'll
Champion,
be
the
there.
King Cobra himself, Mr. Celium. Cel, how we feeling rocking the Falcon Green?
Yeah, what's this new look
I mean, I'm feeling good. What's up?
What's this new look? The headband.
Yeah,
What we
you
got?
Jackson Dart inspired? What's going
Oh yeah,
on?
it's for my glasses. It's for my glasses.
Okay.
I wear it because
keeps him locked in.
Yeah, it keeps the glasses off his face. Selim, congratulations on the win, Riyadh Falcons. I want to ask you kind of what the transition for you has been like, obviously being on Atlanta FaZe for the past couple of years with the same kind of trio, now kind of being tossed, not want to say the Wolves, but it's definitely a different dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to be honest. It's a breath of fresh air for me. I'm still getting along with these guys. I'm still learning like the tendencies and stuff. So it's
60.
definitely a
He
learning
dropped
process, but I like it.
65, bro.
First of all, insane numbers once
1.5,
again, back
damn
to
near
what you've been doing
1.6
best for years.
KD.
I wanted to ask you about the dynamic and
Oh
the
my
roles of
goodness.
this team, okay? Because when you look at it, you know, Pred, Exit run the subs, but when you guys had the 3 subs out on that map 1, it just looks so fluid. You guys look so good. Is this something you guys have tested between those 3? Who's the best sub duo?
I mean, to be honest, it's just like Kids is a natural
Holy.
sub, so any 3 sub meta map, our team's gonna be insane because we have 3 natural subs. So,
Holy, bro.
yeah, I mean, it just feels good with like on those maps.
No, look at it. Look at this stat.
in-depth
My
a little
bad.
bit
I forgot to
in
change it. Hold
the
up.
Because we look
Look at
at it.
this. Hold up.
Not want to say the Wolves, but it's definitely a different dynamic.
Look at this. Look at his stats.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to be honest. It's a breath
about
of
to
fresh
pop
air for
up.
me. I'm still getting along with these guys. I'm still learning like.
Look at his stats. 65. He dropped 65, damn near 70 kills. With a 1 point, damn near, you could say 1.6, so you round it up. And a 2.5 in S&D. And he was using a sniper and AR, by the way.
And stuff, so.
Celium, there was a lot of haters out there that were hoping you guys would look like the Falcon squad of the previous
I already had a
season.
feeling
That
about
is
Celium
not the
in this
case, and you
matchup.
proved that it was just a scheduling issue on week 1. You lose to Optic, you lose to LA Thieves. What are your personal expectations going into the first major?
I'm telling you, they're going to be a top 5.
Well, right
top
now,
5 team.
it's still a work in progress. Like, we're still getting better as time goes on, but I think Major 1, I definitely think we can make some noise with our team. And just our team just needs to put the time in and just keep going hard every day. So that's all it is.
Final question for you from the community. What's the support system look like? What's the coaching staff? Who all is working behind the scenes?
It's amazing. I mean, obviously Clay, 3-time world champ coach, you know, so he's our head coach, and then we have JP, on the back lines, you know, assisting Clay. So it's amazing, man. I mean, I'm still learning with these guys, and I like it here.
That is Celium. He likes it here. He's getting paid to do it, and we like watching it. Celium, congratulations on another dub. This time with the
we know how much you got, buddy. We know how much you got paid, buddy.
All high vibes. We are going to a break. We come back. It's Boston looking to remain perfect, taking on a very tough G2. Don't go anywhere. It's week 2 of the CDL.
I'm not gonna lie. If I had to choose who I want to win this, I don't know. Boston was pretty nasty against. I mean, it was Royal Ravens, but I mean, it might. I don't know. It's gonna be tough to tell in a way.
Scuff, official controller of the CDL.
Monster Energy.
I've been thinking about it, about getting a Scuff controller, but I don't know fully yet. Ain't the advertising phase stuff already? They're not even playing this week. Like for real, they're not playing. A lot of people don't like their new logo or jersey. I ain't gonna lie. I'll say give it a while, and people will like it after a while. Even though it, you know, I feel like it should have still been Atlanta phase, but I understand. You know, a breather, something different. I'm gonna say on this Boston G2. I got them going up to probably maybe I'll say 3-1. 3-1. Yeah, 3-1. 3-1, 3-2. Boston. They like you gotta understand that Boston team from Black Ops 6 was so damn good, but I already knew they had one weak player. I ain't gonna say he was terrible, but it's just, you know, they always have a weak link when it comes to like teams. They feel like they missing a piece, so they go awakening and stuff. But add Nasty, someone that went to champs last year, was playing fantastic. Great.
It was very close.
That's just how I feel about it, but you know.
I think there's a miscomm there. There's a miscomm.
What is this
9 and 4.
spot? What?
Oh, that looks very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable.
No, it does. Yeah.
You're basically balancing your nipples on a metal pole.
What? What?
For something that's a talent.
Nah, that's crazy.
Alright, hey chat, watch this.
Bro, I have not seen that logo in so long. When it was called the Mutineers.
Obviously having a big performance there over at that train hill. This guy is looking to finally really pick it up. He's had a few slower maps, but I guess he's finally caught his bearings. Now 16-9 and forcing the issue on the flank. He's inside of their face, and that's going to be 5 in a row. How about 6? It's 6 for Capsule. He is woken up.
Capsule is going crazy in Vanguard. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Vanguard was quite slept on in a way for me.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the Boston.
Okay. Intro for Boston. I haven't seen this one.
Big stepper when I walk, money maker when
Okay.
I talk. Another boys on a mission, never put them in a box. Clawing to the top, jaws open while they watch. Yeah, I'm getting to the chicken.
I know I'm gonna have to get these stuff muted on the copyright stuff, of course. Maybe, but we'll see. If it does, it is what it is. I can deal with all that and clear it.
Everybody wanna be like me, but that's something that they never gonna be.
Stuff.
It's my new favorite team in 2027 taking on the Boston Breach. Well, 2025 and 2026, but I think these guys are.
No, it's gonna be a real close game.
G2 has assembled a roster.
Cause I know
Look at the lineup, and
G2's search is quite good.
There weren't a lot of expectations.
I think the hard point
People
is
thought this was a team that was going to be in the middle of the road.
is
Name
good
was-
as
you
well.
just put them in
The
your
only
B
thing
tier, right, for the power rankings.
Yeah, they look
I don't
good,
know about
particularly in
is
Search and
their,
Destroy, and then also
overload.
like coming in to the year,
I
people
don't
have a
know
lot of
fully.
expectations, but
Yeah.
they're starting to build those because the preseason was excellent for these guys, and then to kick things off, 1-1, but the series versus Optic was competitive. They could have went up 2-0 in that series, and particularly a guy that we've been ISOing, Kremp, he's been sensational.
Allie, now we said with Carolina you would not be a very nice GM. You would cut the roster and start over. If
This
you were
is
the
true.
GM of G2, who are we investing heavily in to lock up
Mamba.
as a long-term
Not even
player?
a debate.
To lock up long term, that's a tough one. I want to lean Mamba just because he is a rookie and what he has been able to show us over the past 2 years.
value.
But if you want to go outside of the rookie, I'd say I'm probably investing in a Cramp. We just know the explosive power that he has in that SMG. And for G2, I was worried about them because of their opening teamwork, but they proved that they can fight back into a series, and I think that's going to be the most important thing for me. I think we might go game 5.
And I'm watching Kremp today. Who are you looking at for Minnesota?
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching Kremp as well. I mean, I said it, in preseason, he could have a career year. The way this game plays, I mean, right now he's #1 in Slayer rating, which kind of factors in all the different things you need to be an effective Slayer. He's been unbelievable, and I think a lot of it is because of the duo he has in Ezreal. Another guy who's willing to push pace. He can go on his own streaks of himself, and that's gonna just take some pressure off of Kremp as a player. So, yeah, he's the guy definitely that you'll be looking at to take over games.
Historically, it doesn't matter who is in the starting lineup. Minnesota owns Boston 6-0 for Minnesota over their Breach, who is now sitting at a perfect 1-0
They gave
after
me the
an
proper
opening
box
week.
this time.
Now, what do we expect for the Breach? They had to bring in a new piece. Nasty is one of the great free agent signings of the offseason in my eyes.
I 100% agree. I mean, we've been talking about Nasty
It was an
for a
upgrade.
while.
Yeah, absolutely. And Nasty, especially last year when he was on that Vancouver Surge squad, we got to see what kind of player he was, right? He became a very consistent, very high-octane AR, and you put him into this Boston Breach slot. This upgrades this team that was already getting top 3s last year, that was already trying to battle into conversation of, hey, we're not just middle of the pack, like we can make a run on Sunday. But my thing for Boston Breach right now is you go back to this Royal Raven series and what we saw just
Five Nights
now,
at Freddy's meal.
it doesn't look as impressive. So now versus G2,
And
I
then,
need to see
bro,
Snoopy, who
they
started
smashed
1-12 in
the
that
fuck
first
out of
hard
these,
point.
bro. Look
He
at
needs
this
to be
shit.
hot. He is the investment of this team.
Look at
He's in what he's built around for Boston.
They smashed the fuck out of these.
Hardpoint sweep versus Carolina was
And
the
then I got
first
like a
time
little
winning
pie.
2 hard
They ran
points
out of the
since April
cupcakes.
2025.
And that's my exact point about this team, how Ali highlighted Snoopy starting off slow. That is why you bring in a guy like Nasty, right? Because there were so many times last year where it's like, okay, Boston making a leap, top 16. Where's the consistency, though? When they play a bad team, don't play down to your competition. You have to be able to draw a line in the sand and rise to the occasion. Despite a guy like Snoopy not performing, what happened? Cammy went off with the air most damage in the lobby.
Nah,
and
Snoopy
Nasty
went
plus
crazy
25
when
in the series.
last
The
time
ARs could take over and
I
close
watched
the
the
series
match. He
for
went
them.
crazy.
And as you see,
He went
the map layout we
crazy,
have
and
here at Colossus,
I was kind of
that's a
concerned about the hard
tough
point.
map
I'm not gonna. I was concerned, but he made it up for freaking map 2 and 3.
Of course, will be in the mix as well. We go to Raid for Search and Destroy, and then a double dose of Scar for Overload and Hardpoint. I think we're at least getting 4 maps.
All right.
It's time to lock in our scuff pick'ems.
I think last time I watched
Grims
Grims,
with Kremp and G2,
when G2
I
was
think
playing
the Minnesota squad is
Optic,
just outside the
Mamba
bubble.
was
They
going
move into that bubble by the
crazy.
end of Major 1.
So
yeah, I think these guys are kind of in the same stratosphere.
I think Colossus
it's gonna
is
be
a map
competitive
that
series,
he
but I have G2
pretty
taking this one
solid.
as well. I got them winning in 3-1.
Oh, they got
I gotta give you
G2.
guys an opportunity to catch up at some point. I think we're gonna go game 5, and I think I see Boston winning it. I think I have a little bit more faith in the consistency, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Just after seeing that map 1. I mean,
Yeah.
if they win map 1, then yeah.
Well, if they win that map 1 for sure, but I think they go down 0-1.
Most importantly, Allie or the fans, one of you is wrong, the other takes the lead, and we've got 2 great casters for this one. Show some love to I Hold Shift for all of his interviews with the competitors about to be seen.
Hey,
Hey, glad you guys are enjoying it, man. It's going to be a fun one to kind of continue through. And I like the setup for this series overall, because for me, I look at this as this is kind of a prove-it match early. G2 finding a lot of success with that huge lower bracket run in the Monster Invitational. Split the difference in week 1. Boston fell short in the preseason invitationals, but had a really good opening in week 1 as well. So this kind of, for me, establishes who's top 6 between these two squads in my mind.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you, my friend, because at least for G2, like, they show that they fight, especially in that series versus Optic. First 2 maps were very competitive. Even the map number 2, some people would say it was a choke. You got 2v4 multiple rounds, or even 2v1 by Mercury's making some insane plays. But those guys, they have a good understanding of the game. It's just the firepower that was the difference towards the later half of that series. It's gonna be totally different going against this Boston squad who don't have those kind of top slayers, especially when you got these 2 guys on your team.
Yeah, Kremp Lassa is about to make his appearance in map number 1. Estriel, though, you know, we talked about it, you and I, when we were kind of framing up our series. I think Estriel's going to be enabled to kind of do Estriel things this year with this roster.
Kind of underrated.
We've seen so far. He has been nitty and gritty inside the objective, whether that be especially in hard points, but also just playing around bomb sites. He can play rattier corners because he's getting so much oversight and a lot of help from players like Skies and the debut rookie of Mamba. So I think it's interesting because I feel like for Estriel last year, there was a lot of weight thrown on him to kind of do it all, and now he can kind of ride in his own lane, and he's showed that, yeah, he's got the individual skill to at worst go 1-for-1 as an objective style SMG.
Right now, I think he's predicted to win.
That dynamic duo with the SMG,
but how looking, he's predicted to win Rookie of the Year.
Off of each other. And that wasn't the issue. So the reason why they
unfortunately,
lost
Legend, if y'all don't know what it is, Halo player, world champ for Space Station and stuff like that.
More consistent teams that
they got him dead last.
They're gonna have to show that, especially
I gotta see how he plays. I haven't watched him play.
You're gonna stand a pretty good chance at winning.
Agreed. Well, let's get it on. Boston Breach, G2 Minnesota. Kind of a prove-it match for both of these two squads, and we're going to get mixy, and we're going to get frantic here on Colossus. Nasty nice opening over the top of P1. Holds G2 back just a touch, but holding out of the P2 side of the map, and overcooked, or nades kind of exploding against each other. Inside the hard point has Nasty by himself, trying to force the engagement. Turned aside, and G2 comfortable 15 seconds left in the hill.
Yeah, full map control in their favor. You already see they're starting to pick up the long range just in case Boston start to think ahead about that rotation over towards New, but they said no one's hitting a route. Let's just bully our way back through the old time. They find 2 kills, but everybody else on the side of G2 combined for all of them in the feed. They don't have the spawn secured, but they are already heads on a swivel, going to be able to clear out the back. Now all you have to do is read the pressure from the front. Perfect rotation there from G2.
Yeah, looking really good, really solid. We talked about kind of G2 in their matchup versus Optic. Obviously, they came out hot in map number 1. Lost track of things, though, in the second hard point of the series. But you could tell they know what kind of identity they want to play with when it comes to the respawn. And so far, everything looking pretty perfect. Skies picking things up now on 7 in a row as Kremp finds the double from the front of the hard point. Cammy, the last one standing, has to kind of try to finesse his life. Not going to happen. And a purposeful spawn flip now occurs as G2 forces Boston to spawn behind, where Estriel almost able to get onto 5 of his own. But finally, a favorable kill feed for Boston as we'll get some of the scrap time.
Yeah, it might have been a purposeful flip right there for G2, but it's beneficial right there for Boston because you were supposed to get full 60 there, be late off the rotation over towards New, but now you still keep yourself into the mix. As we set up over towards the New HP, Estriel and Kremp, that dynamic duo. Already trying to hold down this both side. You got the AR coverage from Skies, who's having a phenomenal start to this opening HP. 8-1, he's on fire.
And here's that finesse from Estriel. In and out of the hard point as the pinstripe kill feed allows us to get to a 2v2 over the time at P3, but Mamba finds 2 at range. Estriel cleans up mid-tunnel, and G2 are off to the races. Little bump out play here from Kremp. Down 4 HP, values his life back, so when he trusts that the ARs can walk
G2 is quite good when it comes to this hard point.
Corner underneath the seats, and that's enough for the kills.
Like I said, hard point, I know they're good at.
And then loses his footing, and Boston will be gained a very voluntary break thanks to that fall off.
Yeah, this is a good 20 if you can get it. Now you just have to start thinking about that next HP, and it's Mr. Purge on the screen. Hitting her out, trying to get lost, does get caught by Mamba, but at least you have pressure on the opposite side of the map. A couple players from G2 not going to be properly set up here for the New HP, so it's all going to fall into the hands of Mamba. How much more can he take? Only he's able to take down 1, but
Mamba
the teammates are here to assist for the fight.
So far, 9 kills. 9 kills.
Start here for Boston, though. As we watched them play this in the opening weekend, the SMGs, a pretty insignificant start.
But we saw in that second set, that's when Snoopy started to heat up. Purge was able to follow behind that. And as the game gets down to about 10 seconds worth of time,
it's all good.
40 to fight for here at P4.
Yeah, Snoopy,
gets
okay.
some trouble, but still manages to find one. Momentary contestant for Estro, looking for the double. Able to provide it, but Boston with the proximal spawns back into time.
This is insane because if you're watching this game, you're thinking G2 are dominating. Like, they have a couple players who are streaked out. You have everything in your back pocket. You've been in the driver's seat for some of these early hills, but just those rotation gunfights, Boston are making the most of it. They take the lead for now. There's still pressure from the front. G2 had the numbers to get the break potentially for the final 10. But the fact that Boston are in this game at the great start from G2 is very typical.
Yeah, very typical indeed. So now an opportunity as we rotate over back to P1. Boston will have numbers. Kremp is nearby, just waiting and seeing what kind of an opportunity may be in front of them. But this is
nice
trying
grenade
to get into if there are trophies in, but there apparently are not. So Skies is able to take down one for free. Snoopy a little cautious of what might be hitting.
Okay, Mambo with the 2 Bs.
For a fourth member to come through, and Purge actually a little pop-up finds a kill, leaves Snoopy for a chance to follow, but not going to happen. G2 in control of P1.
And now Boston just have to find a different angle of approach. Someone has to work, weak. Someone's got to work their way through statue. That's why Nasty is going to put himself in a position to contest through bottom green. Because G2 are dominating this time. They need a break. The squad in green needs to turn up. Let's go to listen with Boston.
That's right.
Nice, Mamba.
Everybody relax.
Go right, yeah?
Nothing center, right?
Okay, yeah, they're gonna be there starting you.
That's on you. Nice, I fit left. They're gonna spawn out, bro.
Yeah, on new Astro, weak as fuck, this too, okay? Astro.
Oh my goodness, bro. Mama is going crazy right now.
Weak as fuck, guys. He pinched our side P4. He's gonna be pinching our P4. That's fine,
P4 got me. He's not stacking up.
I'm back there. I'm side weak, side door, push side door. I'm one shot, guys. He's in front of me. I got top mid.
I need to trophy heaven.
Okay, yeah. One more in front of me.
Front weak, guys.
I'm bringing it on.
Top mid. Okay, I heard.
Top mid, one shot. Close right and deep left.
He's not top mid.
He's on the untouching.
One's top mid of me, actually. One shot our stairs. He's hitting lobby, man. He's really weak. He could be in our lobby.
Bobby.
Nice, good shot.
Everybody slow down, okay?
Yeah, I'm doing
slow down. I'm coming with you, okay? Look at.
I don't see him our side. He's pushed up our crate. Right on crate. I got naded. Nice shit.
Well, rotationally, Boston been a little bit behind the 8 ball, but finding some momentum there. Back half of P2 and now finding success rotating over to the sub here at the third.
I'm just loving hearing the comms right there, though, Al, from Purge, just saying everyone calm down.
I want to hear Mom.
You know what it's like to be in the
I want to hear Minnesota.
You just were in it last week with your SMGs not having the best start. So just taking deep breath, realizing what's getting thrown at you, keeping everything controlled in your favor has allowed Boston to stay into this mix. Only 30 seconds remaining at this old time. Snoopy's able to pop a double. The break is good enough, and now they have full control of P3.
Yeah, Cammy can just use this mid-tunnel as a bit of a firing range. While everyone else in Boston is just playing on the outsides of the map. Purge.
Okay, Estriel.
But Estriel still able to find 2. That's the magic that we've been talking about with Estriel kind of in this more stabilized role. And that will lead to an opportunity for G2 to get a little bit of time here at the end of P3. Keeps us within 20 points as we rotate over to New. But you look at the mini-map, Boston once again perfectly set up. And Snoopy's off 6 with streaks starting to build.
Yeah, he's got streaks in the back pocket, and now G2 don't really have a question to make a play here. You have to work with this Hellstorm. Skies over the top is able to connect on at least one player. You're finding the break for now, but now you're surrounded because Boston still have those back spawns. Estriel has got a tough job in front of him, but he's just stalling time.
Snoopy not going to call in his Hellstorm yet. Estriel able to find Purge. Nasty didn't even volunteer to try to come in with that bait and switch or even just the double slide shell. So as Mamba clears off mid-hole, G2's going to actually get the close spawns. Holy cow. Nasty has to essentially play his life.
Nice.
G2 spawning all over him. They find the kill, but from the front. Boston able to break. Big moment here in this game as we head up to the last part of P4.
Bro, Estriel going crazy right now.
Estriel turns up, finds 2 of his own, and that'll be another opportunity for G2.
That's not a, I thought he was going to win that one.
And now we go into the third set, man. The team that's going to win that P2 HP is going to win this game. Early on off the rotation, Mamba trying to contest from top mid. Unfortunately, falls to the hands there of Snoopy. Nades fest, stun fest, everyone trying to connect with some tack uses before you try to entrance your way into the top mid. Nasty finds the opening, Boston trying to hold.
Purge laying down on the opposite side of the entryway. Krep is able to find the kill. Almost able to go up and over onto Snoopy, but it will be Boston with all 4 down. Lead swap once again. Tight matchup here, map number 1, as Boston are in control of the high ground.
Yeah, but they do lose that jump up, so now Snoopy's gonna have his hands full. Can he pop a double? At
nice,
least finds
Mamba.
the first. Now Mamba just needs to stay alive on this side of the map, but unfortunately he is gonna fall. So now you hit the reset. Again, we have to break by just funneling our way through the front side of yellow. Stuns and nades trying to connect.
And how about the SMGs for Boston? As mentioned, first 3 hard points, they were down, but never out. Now back to essentially even stat lines and beyond that. Snoopy! Little turn and burn for 2, and off to the races, looking for more onto rotation to P2, but there will be a moment of pause as Astriel finds elimination. Has Boston worried about the spawns?
Yeah, Snoopy's had a big one-on-one gunfight. Some bad calls. Tommy is going to allow G2 to find the opening. Now the pressure is here. Skies is able to find a double. Nasty just has to value his life, but you're gonna sniff him out, instantly flip them out, and now Snoopy's got to invest the Hellstorm.
Purge and Cammy sprinting across the map. They find 1. Can you get more done here? No. G2. Did they win the last gunfight in the back? No, not quite. Hellstorm not gonna land for anything.
Wow.
Even not really influencing the hard point whatsoever there. So Purge has to kind of play tacit for now. Wait for help as it starts to amount over the middle of the map. Snoopy able to kind of combine with this SMG duo. And now we take our focus into the hill. G2 spawning all the way out. It's a 3v3 on the hard point. Sky's able to find the first, but not anything more. Snoopy, no! Cammy finishes the final. One last player in Krem trying to go 1v2, but can't confirm the kill.
Hey,
and
Mamba
Boston
got
will get over
28
200 points.
Now Boston have a 20 to 25-point lead. A race off the rotation over towards Stu. Snoopy is going to be overwhelmed, but now you got some cover fire between you and Cammy. Nade over the top, not going to connect, but you're just stalling time for Mr. Purge to set up a pinch play. Finds up the first, puts down shots on everyone. You're all going to be weak, and Boston find a break.
But Astriel's able to keep Boston in or around the hard point. They can't quite zone out the front as of yet, but the time is starting to amass at great measure here for Boston. But 2 eliminations make it 3 now for G2. They're gonna get a full 4-man wipe on the next break attempt. 32 seconds to fight for. We could be looking at essentially a tie game.
And this is scary now because Boston, you want to be the aggressors. You don't want to give up this time, but you also don't want to flip these spawns. And now that decision is already going to be made for you. Estrio on 5 in a row, sets up the pinch. Boston all the way across the map. Just had to chalk up that whole time. It's a race to new.
We got 2 players for Boston already pushing Astriel back.
It's going to come down to this next point and the next one after that.
Boston will have just 1 player in the mix, but Astriel off the regen's able to find that win. Now the alarm bells are ringing to the
Yes.
on the outside. Oh, huge transfer for the
Good stuff, Mamba.
Quite able to get the third, but Skies is there to pick up the trade, and G2 can reclaim the lead.
Back spawn secured. All of your focus is on the front. S&G
Bro, this is a good hard point.
Is already doing a good job of doing so. Lines up a double. Lead change in favor of G2. 1 more hold. 1 more wave of kills in this map. 1 is theirs.
And keep your eye on Mamba. Trying to play to the middle of the map. He's already won the first. Krep holds off the play for mid, and now Mamba can just keep Boston back. Nasty may be able to set up 1 more attempt, but Krep finds the opportunity to push
crazy
forward,
right
shut down
now.
quickly. Boston have to go. They need to contest and they need to win the gunfights, and so far they're doing both. Astriel still on a spree. Able to get 7 in a row, and Boston will get a break. Do you play for the win here for G2, or do you play for rotation?
That whole G2 team,
and yep, they're gonna make their way into
that whole G2 team, freaking.
And Boston have to sprint.
Wait a minute.
Hold up. Hold up.
It's a 1v1 and toward the time. Purge the last man standing. Don't want to contest Mamba. Just value your life.
But Krep able to find 1 Mamba a second. You got to stay in the hard point if you're Boston. Contest there for a moment.
Mamba, no!
Mamba can't get the win. 245 to 248. A moment of breath
Hold up.
for G2
Hold up.
to get back together. Krep finds 1. Astriel with the team.
Snoop!
He's able to find 2, but
Yo!
G2 sneak away the map at the very last second of the phase.
Yo! That was an insane map. That was an insane map.
It's gonna be like all season long between 2 teams.
Yo.
Just going blow for blow on a map like Colossus.
And Mamba went dumb crazy. What do you have, like 35 or 36 kills?
But they just didn't take any space there, Al. Not taking space because no one wants to potentially scam in that moment to give up your life for free. Just allows G2 to overwhelm them with nades. You know, there's only 2 people.
I told you, like, when it comes to G2, their hard points is good, but I didn't, and I know Boston was gonna be good. I didn't know it was gonna be this.
Snoopy pops 3. Boston breach. That would have been.
He had 36 kills.
Holy they close it out in a 3-point finish, man. What a map 1.
Absolute banger.
We only on week 2.
Holy cow. Well, there's your stat board, but I think all of us are looking forward to the scuff play of the game because I don't even know what you pick. It's got to be like the last 30 seconds or so, right? I mean, this is absolute mix fest. So many heroic moments for Boston, Nasty in particular, just to get them another chance to touch the hard point. But Snoopy at the end, you thought maybe a 1v3 to win the game. But wow, Colossus is feeling unbelievable in this early part of the season.
Oh yeah, this map is lit. I hated it when I first had to play it, but the more that you start playing it, the more fun you have, especially with that SMG in hand. But if you take a look at the end of this game, Snoopy and Nasty combine for 2. Purge already finds a 3rd. Last one is Mamba here. If you are Purge, we need to try to send it on this gunfight to take a little bit more space because at this point it's a trade fest. They have the stuns and nades, they have the bodies and the closest ones to instantly contest you. But then again, Nasty pops a double. You don't want to die. You don't want to have anyone to give up their life for free, but just not taking any space over towards statue allows Krem to jump up for free, leave the charge at opening double, and give his team the advantage at the very end to close out that map number 1. G2 a little bit more icy there, Al. Just a little bit.
Just a touch, man. I think a lot of it, though, does come right at the middle of this game flow graphic. You see Boston down, not big, but they go from essentially 79 points to 142. Like, that stretch from the second set of hard points from 2 to 3. We talked about it after the listen-in at that moment where Boston felt like they were just not able to get the rotation success that they were looking for, but still managed to keep themselves in the game early. And then all of a sudden, you see them locking spawns and winning hard points to get that essentially 70-point boost over 2 hills. It just comes down to there at the very end, like you mentioned, the decision making in a tight game and a bang out map. It does sometimes feel like Bakaj-esque, like we were talking about, you know, in week number 1, where whoever just wins that secondary gunfight that you don't expect can sometimes win a map. And I won't say that's what happens there, but it does feel that way. Let's take a breath. Great Search and Destroy next. Hit me with your thoughts here, Jay.
This is going to be a classic. Obviously, every single player has played this map not once, not twice, maybe a million times over the years. But at least on the opposite side for G2, we saw them play this map versus Optic. And realistically, they threw this one away. They just allowed Mercules to get a ninja defuse, 1v2 clutches, not using their positionings on the map to their advantage, and just also getting caught in search situation. Like, I love the way that Kremp plays in Search and Destroy as that island player. But when you had that advantage, we can't force that second or third gunfight and then eventually lose it for the numbers to go back to an even squad. You have to make sure you're always playing to your advantage, and that's things that they obviously talked about over the week and hopefully show the improvements here today.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, those things, unfortunately, at the beginning of the season, they just happen, right? Especially with new rosters, which we have so many this year. I will say, though, you know, kind of looking back towards the Monster Launch Invitational, I would say that G2 Search and Destroy looked, I would say, like ahead of everybody else's, but they were definitely upper echelon when it came down to understanding what they wanted to do as a team. So it was a bit peculiar to see them drop off a 1v2 versus Mercules. That Ninja Defuse was another one. It's just like, you got to know where you planted the bomb, and if Skies is getting pushed off of the top bedroom angle, you got to call for someone to go check, even if it's just shouldering of the nature. So definitely some fundamental things that kind of were missed by G2. But outside of that, you go back to their series before that, I thought they looked really good versus Cloud9. They didn't play Raid, but they blew Cloud9 out of the water. I think that really sets the tone for what to expect from Minnesota this year.
Yeah, they have playmakers and SMGs, especially in Search and Destroy, who aren't afraid to take space, who aren't afraid of the Chow, and always love to play as the aggressors on the map, the tone setters of the map. But they also had Skies, who was unbelievable with the sniper in hand. You saw when he's uncomfortable early into rounds and doesn't have that 2-life advantage anymore. Now he has to whip out a different gun. Strategies completely changed for the G2. So that's something that you're going to have to think about going forward, at least early into this game.
Now Boston going to show some nade pressure over towards Ring, not quite deep towards Laundry. So for now, Kremp will be the solo defender for G2. Kind of trying to see if he can find any info. Purge going to get up and close towards Kitchen. Oh, and Skies will be seen. Hi,
wow.
Oh, fine, says Skies. That's unexcusable. So Purge gets put 6 feet under. Boston trying to force something at A, but they've been routed, and Kremp's able to find his second kill of the round.
Yeah, now 4v2, locate where Soupy is, instantly find that trade, and now it's Nasty left in a 1v3. The new guy on the block for the Boston Breach squad, rocking green.
Oh, 1v2.
Can he have himself a moment here to give them some momentum? After a very insane map number 1, you get info on the player top ring, but 30 seconds time is ticking.
And I think if you're a Boston fan, you're probably already mentally doing the arithmetic of how many 1v3s have Nasty been in this year so far. Because it felt like almost every round on Scar against Carolina, he was stuck as the last man standing in impossible situations. Give some respectable looks at it, but this one is tough through pillars. Yeah, just cannot lock down the shots. G2 playing at a safe distance. And that is a first blood that I'm sure has every watch partier and everyone watching right now jumping out of their seat a little bit, because Sky's just absolutely humiliated Purge.
Yeah, and that's a Jagger with no attachments, by the way, Al. That pistol's pretty damn good. So the fact that Skies just basically calls the round there by finding that first one to Purge, because he's their playmaker. He gets inside kitchen with that first kill. It opens up everything on the opposite side towards that A site. But once he drops, you have to make something out of nothing. You get caught. And G2 pick you apart one by one to secure the first.
That'll play in the mind for sure. So Boston now on their defense. Defensive nades in towards Zig, not going to connect. Bomb carrier of Kremp has stayed back, and Skies will get to work trying to find something at laundry window. No shoulders, though, as Cammy's just going back and forth on the staircase. I don't think Skies has seen any of that at the moment, though. So lack of information here for G2 to make any decisions early. But Skies is still working this angle, and it looks like Mamba's going to follow up on that safety.
Purge this time, though, is able to find the first one all the way across the map. Kremp instantly strikes for not just one, but two through the middle of the map as the bomb carrier. So now if you're Nasty, yeah, let's try to pick up a different weapon, but Skies is going to get some info. He had to be kitchen. Let's try to get this bomb down today.
But Kremp is still holding frontside kitchen doors before he could back out to possibly pillars. Some curiosity on where Purge is.
Okay.
Mamba gets the info plus some tags and says, nope, I know he's got a scope. Don't want to chow that. But there's still the mystery of where is Purge? And G2 say, we don't really care. We're just going to stack up at laundry and make you come to us.
30 seconds to go. Someone has to win a one-on-one gunfight. You have information onto Purge on the pinch. Kremp knocked down to half HP, but time is still ticking. Yeah. On the pinch is going to be here, but I don't know if you're going to read the re-pinch through mid-pillars.
Yeah, this has just been keep away right now. Just don't force a gunfight. I don't know who gets credit for that last kill, but G2 just throwing shoulders and saying, come and get us. I think in particular, they look at Skies. He just offers his life to go forward with the pistol and play a little bit of a safety net in front of him and the bomb. So works out nicely. G2 holding that backside of ring, works out, and Kremp's the one who gets the final kill. So he's 5-1 to get things kicked off.
Yeah, and after a week of practice, you're already seeing adjustments from G2 setup. Like last week versus Optic, shots he was hitting them with mid-nade through Zig, just consistently taking mid-map away from them. And they said, no, we're going to spread map first off the rip to see what you're going to throw at us, and then we'll work off of that. And that's what allows Kremp, even with the bomb in hand, to pop a double with that AR through kitchen and basically secure the round there for G2. So they've been putting in the work and it's showing. And Boston now need a response.
Yeah, 4 in a row for Kremp heading into round number 3. And how about this setup for G2 pushing forward? A little bounce off the mid-zig wall, though. We'll have Cammy saying, whoa, we're in some trouble here. But Kremp will still find one before being traded. Purge through water steps goes uncovered. That'll lead to an early 3v2 here for Boston, but the bomb is not rotating over to Purge as of yet. And keep your eye on not just this battle, which Mamba wins, but look at where Skies has gotten to. He's all the way in garage.
2v2.
And can completely baffle this Boston setup.
Yeah, but with Purge pushing out towards basketball, you're thinking the bomb is definitely going down towards
You can
B.
definitely play it.
So now the mind games are starting to be played. If you're Boston, you're like, someone was just back here. Where the hell did they go? You're going to walk right into their crossfire setup.
Ooh. Can Mamba get any sort of a cue? Yep.
He's going to push
Absolutely perfect. Cammy will drop. Snoopy looking for the trade.
I knew it.
Pops up and oh my goodness.
I knew it.
Quick little burst through the window will work. I'm sure team shots were part of that because he looked like he got instant deleted. But regardless of it, G2.
But at the same time, he didn't really have a choice in a way.
Mamba benefits with the double.
Yeah, and that's just one of those rounds right there where it's great that Purge is able to give them the advantage after popping up through water steps to put them into 3v2. But just taking all that space away at the B-ball site uncontested is great, but you have to put yourself in a position to value your life. You have the advantage. You can't force one-on-one gunfights and just allowing Mamba to make that a 1v1, getting out of dodge, eventually playing trust.
They don't got
Trust is
smokes?
set up right there. Would Scotch just camp over towards
Or
B.
did they,
works out to perfection. Purge just can't take a risk like that.
Or did they take him off?
Nades coming over the top over towards Skies. That driveway does tag him up, but look at the quick play from Minnesota through pillars. Astral for one, car bomb for another, and G2 are looking flawless here on Raid Search.
1v4 now for Mr. Purge.
Tell you. I'll tell you about their search. When I watched them play against Optic, they was playing quite good.
Yeah, that's not easy. G2 dominating right now in the search and destroy. What'd you say, Al? This team was pretty good at S&D? Yeah, this is why.
I mean, they're looking so good on both sides of the bomb right now. And it's just the differentiation in what...
Mamba with 5 right now. So that's good. What the heck?
Yeah. And thinking about G2
That's
right
from
now
the
in that
dang.
full
What
search
the
and
heck?
destroy. Like this
Do
is
they know
what
they
it
hear
looks
that?
like when you're putting in the work. You're going for those deep.
Oh, no, they hear that.
Basically tone setting rounds. Because now you can do whatever the hell you want. Already up 4-0. Boston have to now take a risk. You find the first blood if you're nasty. You instantly get the bomb down today. This
He's
should be
gonna
Boston
go mid,
at least tallying 1 on
mid
the board.
stairs, pretty much. Damn, they already killed Mamba.
Okay.
Kill Crimp, okay. And they win that round.
Good job out of Boston. Good stuff there out of Boston. Just find that early first blood. You instantly take the pressure away through mid-map. You get the bomb down. You play your numbers advantage. That's something that they needed right there, chat.
But he,
So,
he wasn't even
stop the
sniper.
bleeding because it was starting to get out of hand. So now with
I forgot
G2,
what they say about them. The
currently up by
snipers. I think
4-1.
if you
still
die
have a
twice with
couple
the
rounds you
snipers,
can mess
you
with.
pretty much have to use your main.
For Boston, they have seen everything that's been thrown at them. It's been slow attacks over towards A. It's been fast attacks over towards A. Your best adjustment right now is to probably take mid-map away because they're just way too comfortable on their offensive approach.
Back in the mix. Kremp, Nate cooked over the top. And it's going to be Boston actually showing some aggression through Pool. And Astral seems to have an idea about this. Just comes down to the timing. Sees Snoopy on the cross. Nice snap. Can't finish the kill. Kremp trying to follow up. Will at least keep it 3v3.
Oh, but you could potentially isolate onto the second player because he has yet to cross back, but Skies now spots him. Stun is going to connect.
We got
Purge is just going to get out of dodge and hit the reset. 55
Where's
seconds to
Mom?
go.
Oh, he's
There's a
watching
lot of space
Garage.
that A you can work with because Cammy's just going to be camping on the
Right
backside of the
side.
rock. They might retake this all together.
Yeah. Kremp frontside laundry. Ooh, tough battle, but he's got Skies there for support. Trying to follow. But Mamba able to keep Kremp alive. So now down to Nasty. More manageable here for the 1v2. But the problem is he's got a pistol
Mamba
and a
just
scope,
ran up
and
in
he's
there.
stuck and red and G2. Absolutely pushing tempo right in response to what Blossom was trying to throw at them.
Telling you, it's just like when you find yourself with the lead that you have, you know that the opposite team has to start to try to do something that can catch you off guard. And Astral this time around is just playing the full pitch, gets info onto both. Unfortunately, doesn't win the first gunfight, but sets up Kremp for the trade. You get info onto the second, and then when you decide to make your team push over towards backside laundry, you just beat them to the punch. They are rotating towards the top side. Someone gets team shotted, and then at that point, someone has to make something out of nothing, and Cammy just gets caught. So now at game point for G2, Boston have yet to find an answer. Yeah, a couple first bloods to go with it, but it's been G2 at the ending of these rounds with the clutch G.
Oh, and how about Kremp feeling it? Trying to push through the smoke. Stun keeps him in place for a moment.
That's one.
Fight still to the
That's
left.
two.
Up and over for more. Long range to Cammy. And
That's 3. And that's that on that. Holy shit.
What a map
Oh
from
my.
G2. Kremp with a huge exclamation point to finish us off.
Mad.
Yeah, that's just what it looks like when you're a really good search and destroy team with some really good strategies there, Al. You've obviously played the map in a professional match last week versus Optic. You lost 6-4. A lot of rounds got away from you, but it was because Optic was setting the tone early on. This time you take a page out of their book. We're going to spread the map off the rip. We're going to see what you're going to throw at us. Play slow and steady wins the race. And then when those rounds start to go our way, then we can start to take it to a whole different level and switch up the pacing. And at that point, Boston just didn't have the adjustments to make anything happen. Or at least stop the bleeding. That was dominant there from G2 in the search and destroy, quickly up 2-0 in the series.
9-3 for Crimp with 1,100 damage. Woof. Mamba just
So
behind
Mama
at
need like,
82.
I need him to get like 12 kills.
Bottom start to finish.
And that's gonna be easy. And then I need Nasty to get like 22.
Gets countered by Boston with that trophy set up and that push into the plan outside ring. So everything else, absolute perfection. Yes, the opening hard point, tight as could possibly be, but I'm telling you, this Minnesota team at Search and Destroy is looking really clean.
And they're at Scar.
Consider the Scar overload for a moment. I mean, Jay, what's your thought process before we head over to kind of give ourselves our map 2 break?
Hey, Boston need to come alive, baby. We can't have slow starts. SMGs need to be making impactful plays. And then on the opposite side for G2, this is a map that they have yet to try so far in the CDL, but they played it during the preseason, and they look pretty good at it. So G2 got to be looking for a 3-0 here.
I said this was a prove-it match. So far, G2 is providing that, but it's going to be Scar overload to see if that can set up the bounce back for the Boston boys as we head over to our break. Don't go far, and hey, while you're out, get your phones ready. Scan this QR code. League packs are up for sale. Make sure you grab yourself one. We'll be right back.
Wow, the CDL lead pack.
Oh my God! What a map! What?
Yeah, most definitely. What a map. I like the black. I like the black one. The white one is... I don't know. If I'm gonna be honest, I feel like it's alright. They could have added a little bit more blue to the white one, to be honest. A little bit more to make it clean. I'm waiting for the CDL skins. Also, comments below, guys. What skin y'all want me to get this year? Because usually y'all know I always get the skin I feel like win champs and stuff. I know I started with these. These actually won. I went with FaZe. Unfortunate FaZe got put out by Ultra. But I tried FaZe again because they was dominating. And then this year, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking Optic, but I don't know what their skin's gonna look like because I heard they leaked the skins and stuff, and I was looking at them, but I don't know. I don't know.
Fame here. Fame, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Happy to be here.
Fantastic interview as always from
But we'll see.
Wonderful lad.
Absolute love of the real addition to your half set. And you get into the garage, yes, indeed, just so.
Breakers! Come the on! You're my son! Breakers! You're my son! You're my son! You guys suck! Get out of here! Get out of here!
That's my energy. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be seeing it a lot more. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it was this one right here that kind of got them put out. Like I said earlier, like I got their skin last time and they lost because of this. Killed, turned. He tried to push him. Dead. I ain't gonna lie, when that happened, like this wasn't like the little champs thing, cause it happened just like that in a way as well. But like it happened like that. Like damn.
Monster Energy, the official.
I ain't gonna lie, it still feel weird that they're all separated.
Of the CDL.
freaking simp selling a BZ. It still feel weird.
Grab yourself the CDL operator by
Probably get used to it after a while.
on screen, or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now.
College COD. Why didn't we not have this when I was going to college?
Hey, do we have an opportunity for you? College COD returns to the Black Ops 7 year with
Crazy.
the spring semester.
They're gonna give kids opportunities now, bro.
$25,000 in prizing. We had over 150 schools last year, and signups are live if you want to compete over the spring semester in 13 total weeks of action. Yeah, it's lit, it's fun, it's dope. It happens on Mondays and Tuesdays. So if you're sitting there like, wait a second, I go to college, I play Call of Duty, make sure you get yourself signed up. If you need some more information, I know there's not a lot on this graphic, you could talk directly to me. I am opening up my Twitter DM, so you can talk directly to me, or you can go to discord.gg/collegecod if you want to get in touch with the rest of our staff and all the players that are out there, so we can find out how we can get you signed up and participate. It's a sick opportunity. We've had players like Fame, we've had players like Ghosty, we've had players like Trakes. A lot of guys have gone through that system. You might be next. So
ain't that something
going for you? Jay,
I'm glad that they're expanding like the COD thing to give people opportunities, because like it's a lot of COD players and a lot of people don't know that, especially they have the league for that. So that's gonna be
this year. I think this title,
that's gonna be great.
Is going to be excited from start to finish of the season, regardless whatever updates.
Remember, like when MLG was still a thing before the CDL thing, freaking they had like different like leagues. So of course you got your like your main teams like Optic Phase. You had Evil Genius and all that, and then you had like under that that's similar to like a Challengers, but you know, low level, and then you have like how the college thing is. Then you have like high school level. You know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about in a way. It's like high school, college, G League, and then the big league. You know, like I used to be in that thing before in MLG back then when Ghost was on, and I was playing that with my buddies. We had our own team and stuff like that. And like I said, after this, I'm gonna be talking about that.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
And then later on tonight, guys, we'll be playing some more Overwatch. So
you got to keep in mind that Minnesota's coming off of
watch out for that tonight.
On Den. First look though for both these two teams on Scar, and we're kicking things off with G2 getting some mid-map control.
Yeah, they have a lot of mid-map control.
But I need Nasty to give me 22, and I need Mamba to give me like what, 12?
Grab that EMP and get lost. But on the
12 or
opposite
13.
side, you have Snoopy doing the same exact thing. You just need your teammates, someone to think about that OBJ.
Well, Cramp up top is looking over at it. Purge will push him off, and well, Snoopy's double kind of goes for naught. I mean, he's still hanging out in the back of G2 spawn, but Kremp is doing the same thing on the other side while keeping an eye on the objective. So 4 in a row for Kremp. You got 5 for Snoopy, and Boston just need to get the objective and start pushing forward, but they cannot quite get the help they need. But Snoop is still undercover in the back line, looking for 7 in a row. He may be out of ammunition.
Yeah, he's got to be at this point. Only 36 left in the Dravik. He's still alive.
Boston is holding them in their spawn.
That's going to be the first score going in for the breach. It was 2 players doing the same exact thing. It's just Snoopy was doing a little bit better. Now he can continue to dominate. Already earns himself the Hellstorm. Map control in favor of Boston. They flip the spawns on its head. You know it's going to be playing. We can score again.
Yeah, did Minnesota wake up here? I mean, the break, it ended a little bit ago. And oh my goodness, this is absolute murder. 4 in a row now for Nasty. It's like pick a POV.
They're taking their spawn and bullying them.
Whereas for Minnesota, outside of Kremp, no one else is loaded in yet.
Got Agent Mamba. Currently sitting at 0-7, needs to get one.
Yeah, Mamba, what the heck are you doing, bro? Please lock in.
You know the EMP is gonna be safe, but he is still shooting. 9-1, even with an AR in hand, he is going for every single chow. Almost takes care of Sky, but at least for now, G2 have rotated the EMP. They can get a score.
Sure could. Defense trying to line this up. Purge scrambling to get back. Might not be needed. And yeah, everyone else stands tall. So Minnesota not quite able to score. And Boston going to play for a reset. G2 coming off their respawn. Do have a couple of eliminations to get them up the middle of the map. And that'll have Boston backing up, looking to wait for this EMP to reset. And it will back over towards Motel.
Yeah, that's all that we're doing is just making sure, okay, our base is cleared out. No way in hell someone's going to sneak on by, so let's just keep on stalling out the game clock. As we find ourselves up by 2, but now Purge on
Mamba is 0-9 right now.
At least set some Snoopy there for the cleanup. Someone's just got to grab the EMP. Snoopy's already clearing out the lane.
Well, Cammy's still inching his way forward. No one's elected to grab the EMP right now.
0-10.
Playing for kills.
Yo,
really hasn't been able
you
to
good, man?
Everyone's dead before he can get into the mix, it feels like. So 2 minutes left on the clock here in the first half. Things starting to
I know y'all ain't that
for
excellent
G2, but they still look a little stagnant, having a hard time to turn map control into any sort of objective focus.
Yeah, it's got to be a hard time because you still got a guy who hasn't found a kill yet.
Correct.
Almost in 5 minutes. Mamba, we need to get someone on the board. There you go. A frag over the top to get the momentum start to turn around. But he gets gunned down by Cammy. Thankfully,
they're spawn trapping them like crazy. Like it's not even funny, bro. They're spawn trapping them so bad right now. It's not even a joke.
Yeah.
Astral able to get a double. Nasty trying to follow up for a trade, but shut down by Skies. You've got now G2 starting to once again get some high ground control, work their way back over, and all the same time, Mamba, who has yet to find a kill with a gun yet, is making his way all the way around the back. Snoopy looking for it, has help on the rooftops. Mamba finally able to get something with the more normal approach. Looking for a second. This would be good to get the confidence back, but in the meantime, stepping away from that opportunity, Boston will cap, find the easy score, and they're up 3-0.
Yeah, they said, okay, Mamba, what? You need to get a couple kills, so you're going to work this late flank? Okay, we killed 3. Let's just go Motel. It's an instant score. Boston right now are just ahead of the game in overload. Minnesota haven't found any standing ground. Guys is able to find one. You got people working the OE. The EMP is still going to be down. Final 30 seconds. You just need at least one score to give yourself some momentum.
4 and 15 for Mamba in a very poor half. If you can get one off of this, it'd be great. Snoopy long range, good shots, and you're gonna get Kremp trying to force it in, and somehow he scores. That's the way that G2 score? Are we joking? Like, we gotta be kidding. Still a chance, maybe if this EMP comes up to get the overtime. Does Purge get there in time? No, not quite. So there'll be a 3-1 half, and Mamba's sitting here like, thank goodness we're not down 6-0.
Yeah, get them hand warmers, shake his.
Yeah, please warm your hands, please.
We usually know him to be Mr. Consistent, especially what he was able to do.
They was spawn trapping them.
This year, it's just not having a start, not being able to bring it in the slaying department in a game mode like Overload.
Like this, not even, bro. I'm being so
Give you
serious.
the opportunity to just walk away with a W, but at least at this moment, you find 3 kills through the middle of the map. You disregard Snoopy on the flank, and Estriel still creating that extra layer. Allows them to put one on the board. Hopefully they can start to, you know, build off of that, because wow, it wasn't fun the first 4 minutes of that round.
No. That is different, to put it plainly. Okay, we reset. Purge for the first blood in the second half. Snoopy gonna wait for the reach-in. It is still able to gun Estriel. A little bit late to the party on that fight, but with all that told, we still kind of sit at level footing. A 50-50 battle over the top of the map as Snoopy is looking to continue on his rampage. Nade will hold him off. It'll spew some greenery from the ATM machine in the corner, but the green and the kill feed is better, and Boston can just sprint this thing forward. Nades over the top will have Nasty hit, but not enough to fall. 4-1 to count for Boston.
Yeah, it's just perfect, like the way that they're playing this. You have the players who are working the OE, the playmakers influencing the spawns a certain way. Once you clear out towards Broken Plane, you know they're going to be spawning directly on that B point. When you get all the kills in sync, that's a free capture every single time. So now Boston have the heavy advantage.
You got 4 minutes.
You just want to play keep away. Just don't allow them to hop that. I mean, get the EMP in their possession.
Yeah, and they have so many tools to just stop, even if G2 do start to build some momentum.
This is crazy, bro.
Snoopy just pistol whipping.
Like, it's not even a
Can't
joke.
quite get the reset before eventually running into Kremp, but like you mentioned, it may not matter, especially if this score comes through here. Nasty shut down up top, Purge by himself, able to at least win one with the pistol, but needs to play his life a little bit longer as he's waiting for help.
The pistol almost gets the better of Estriel there, but you'd rather die with the EMP on this side of the map than yours. A clean 3 in the feed for G2. Now, where do they decide to push it? Trying to clear out towards that A point.
And Snoopy got it.
That's why you got all these hellstorms to work with.
No, it was Purge that had it. Holy.
Well, Skies could get inside
Like Snoopy,
top broken.
holy.
Finds himself 2. So he can at least hold this position a little while longer. And he will actually try to go for the solo score. Pistol has to be the play, and okay. Able to win 1 versus Nasty. Looking to try to find some way to finesse into the zone, but not quite able to get through as Estriel is pushed off, and Boston will have the numbers to defend.
Yep, no need for Boston to pick up the EMP. Everyone, it's a lot better if you walk around with your actual gun, either an AR or an SMG. Instead of that pistol, let's just force the reset on in. But now this is a scary moment to be in, because Mamba's already trying to clear out space towards top grade. Finds his second, almost his third in a row, but that all gets shut down with Boston getting those close spawns again. You're forced to reset.
Yeah, that seems like a moment
2.5
where I think
minutes
Minnesota
left.
will reflect on and say we could have waited an extra 2 seconds for more numbers to cut across the plane. But instead, Boston now on the counterattack, playing through mid. Mamba, whoa, okay. Well, that's a challenge. We'll just leave it at that. Astriel trying to follow, is able to take down 1, looking to see if Snoopy's going to try to force the trade, but instead has Purge at range, clean shots, but can't quite finish with the drop.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes left to go. You still have an opportunity here. We just got to get a score very, very quickly. Boston are just doing a great job of just keeping you away from the EMP. 2 kills in favor of Nasty. Snoopy flies on up, finds the 3rd, and that's another clean 4 dead with everyone spawning all the way across the map. No need to touch it. Let's just defend it.
Yep, that looks like that's what's going to happen. Snoopy playing forward, has Mamba in his sights. Airborne battle, little anime fight midair. Snoopy's now at 30 and 12. And he's looking for more. And why not with the way he's shooting? Finds Estriel caught in a corner. And now trying to go up to the high ground of G2's base, but can't quite find a way of reaching into the window. Minnesota with a couple of kills, but it feels like a moot point at this rate. 112 on the clock, down 3.
Yep.
You need to score here, and they will. Okay, hold on a second. There's an opportunity if they can score again, maybe get to an overtime.
Yeah, Snoopy's just thinking about, okay, let's just play the reset. I'm going to influence the spawns a certain way and then set up the pitch. Lines up another double with the AR. You know, there's still going to be a couple more players spawning over towards his B point. Let me just get one for free. Someone else has to be here. Snoopy is not missing. Give me the pistol.
Okay.
Not able to hit the wall bounce, but still, his teammates are in the play. Just keeping them away from the EMP. 40 seconds left to go.
That's exactly the case. Have to get this and score in the near future if you're G2, in very near future. And Boston are just holding a defensive line right in front of Motel. Crap shuts down 1. Cammy, a trade would pretty much guarantee the game, and it looks like that may be the case. And it's just going to take too long to grab the EMP and score at this rate, especially with Nasty behind you. Yeah, really good for Boston here in the map 3. G2 just came out so flat. I mean, again, outside of 1 member for the squad, it was like 0-8, 2-9. Like, it was just not a good start for G2. They just could not make up the deficit.
Close to 40.
Yeah, just losing the map control as early as they did. Boston took full advantage of it. You have players roaming around through top green. Snoopy starting off 6-0, being the sole player on the backside of the train side. Like, that is unacceptable right there if you are G2, because this is a guy who's breaking us down.
All right, so what did Nasty drop?
I
I need to see what Nasty drop and Mamba drop.
Play catch up with no map control at that. That's just how you want to play Overload when you have the lead early on. Boston extend the series.
I mean, you've got 3 different members for the Breach that just go on massive sprees. Snoopy, I mean, untouched at the G2 spawn, just taking 1v1 after 1v1 after 1v1 for what feels like forever. Purge follows behind that. I mean,
Okay, so Nasty dropped 25 and Mama dropped 17.
And over 4K damage. Stop it. Put that away. That's disgusting.
I feel like in this mode, Al, for Overload, all the SMGs who are the playmakers are going to have the best stat lines. Like the Shotsies of the world, the Hydra, the Jodasies, the Snoopies. Like those guys who just get lost in your spawn.
All right.
Going to be very difficult to keep track
right
of.
now, I'm 3 for 3. 3 for 3. I just need on the this next game. I need Jodasies to pop off on map 1 through 3.
they know the timings because they're SMG players, and if they get into that flow state,
But we're about to go to map 4, hard point.
one of these guys who always makes big time
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind Boston win this next one. Take it to map 5. Because I'm not gonna lie, so far this is good. They dominated, literally, in this overload.
Exactly. But all things told, that's a huge bounce back for Boston. Now looking at the remainder of this series. And
he was trying his best to shoot that.
Attempting to do a little Hellstorm purging in midair. Didn't get to see that one live. Didn't really work out for him. But, I mean, this was just a runaway match from pretty much start to finish. So now we look at our focus, keeping ourselves in the respawn. Again, you got to remember that map number 1 was a 3-point game. It really
I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't
either way.
Dang, guys, you shot Mamba.
Especially considering that Boston started off very slow with both their SMGs. You obviously see both of them picking things up throughout this series, in particular there on map 3. So now you look forward to map 4 and think, is there a chance that Boston keep that momentum, storming through, get through the same map to possibly find us a map 5 on Dent?
I think they definitely can, because like you said, the opening map was a 3-point difference, and you can already tell that they had that conversation. We just needed to win at least one or a couple rotations if we want to stand a better chance there, and that's what you can do on a map like Scar, where a lot of these hills are a lot more punishable. When you
Scar,
go from the P1 to P2 chain, you need to control from blue side. The
like I
same
said,
thing can be said even for the P3, because if you control blue,
G2 is good at hard point.
You can
I said they were good at that, and they were good at search. But overload, I don't know. As y'all seen, they was putting belt to ass. So even though it ended with 4-2, like, let's be real. If they would have held them in their spawn way longer, it would have been probably 4-0 or 4-1.
Definitely have an opportunity. Just got to have those rotations in the back of their mind.
I'm going to not answer that question. Just say, hey, you're the former pro player. I'm not. So, I mean, if you're struggling with it, guaranteed I'm struggling with it. Guaranteed 99% of the chat's struggling with it, too. Yeah, we're calling you out live on here. Let's get into this Scar hardpoint, though, and just kind of break things down, because I think, you look at this for Boston, again, it's kind of the same story that we had in map number 1 in this series as we did last week.
All right,
slow start for the SMGs.
I'll be right back, guys.
But able to recover, put themselves into fighting condition. As you look at them on this map, they have not played it, at least not in the debut weekend. They played Exposure on top of the Colossus. Is there any particular individual you're looking at, or you just want to see Purge and Stupid continue to just set tempo, run things down, and just create chaos in the G2 camp?
No, I don't even think I'm looking at Purge and Snoopy at all. I'm actually looking at Cammy and Nasty. Like, these are the guys who can dictate this map, set up properly for the P2s, on the AR spots towards top side, even for the P3s, just being in those power spots early. And I feel like that's the kind of AR play that you have now with this new formed duo on Boston. Cammy's always been the guy thinking about the fundamentals. Let me be early off the rotation, hold my preem a little bit longer, but the same thing could be said for Nasty. Both of these guys are going to be thinking, how can we give ourselves the advantage early on? Okay, final 20 seconds, I'm going to hit the early rotation, and if they can win those one-on-one gunfights that they weren't finding success on in map number 1, oh yeah, no doubt, we're going game 5.
Well, let's take a look. We give the cinematic fly through once again here on Scar. That'll be G2 spawning on the left-hand side, Boston in the green, looking to get some early rotation pressure on the Motel. Purge going to be outnumbered and outmanned on that play, though, and that's going to lead to an opportunity for G2 to try to neutralize what's happening inside the hard point early.
Oh yeah, and Krebs just being nuisance on the pins. This is your job if you are gaming to not allow him to slip by, but just allowing him to break you down like that leads to a break here for G2, not from the preferred side. But with final 30 seconds to go, Boston is thinking a step ahead. Let's set up this pinch. Let's rotate a little bit over towards new to try to get an early break.
Well, Boston do find a couple eliminations, though, from Store's side. Nice shots from Estriel, but again, that drop at long range, not able to pack the final punch needed to shut down Purge. So good time here for both squads, but Boston looking good on the scrap and in a good spot to get a read on how G2 is going to try to rotate over to new. ARs in hand for both Snoopy and Cammy finding the opening kills. Mamba will be made aware of in front of the hard point, but better start for him, 3-1. Off the reset, good shots. The Purge can't quite finish, but the pinch from Kremp is better, and G2, well, should have numbers, but Purge is still finessing underneath the balconies. And if allows enough time for Nasty to come in and keep this thing still in the name of Boston.
Yeah, you just want to keep them away from it as long as you possibly can, because you're stalling out time for Snoopy to work this pinch, but he is going to get picked off. So now Cammy knocked down to 37 HP in a dream. Thankfully, you got some assistance from Nasty over the top side, and Boston are coming out the gate swinging. This is perfect.
All right, guys, I'm back.
P1 to P2 chain, because if you get a full 60 here, you already know you're in the driver's seat over towards next.
Now Snoopy was trying to guard in your rotation through mid. He gets shut down. So with that second follow-up kill from Skies, maybe a chance to get some scrap time play here for G2, but Purge over the top shuts down any opportunity as Astrio will fall. Kremp gets a double over the top of the plane. So it's going to be a significant Boston start, but the rotation win here to New will go the way of Minnesota.
Yeah, keep in mind, no trophy systems yet to be in play. So use your attacks to try to get him off of the Godhead, but you can also set it up with the gunning on the pinch. You are surrounded if you are Kremp. Last man standing is going to be Skies. Spawns now flip, and Boston can blow this game wide open now.
Yeah, looking good for that. As G2 is stuck spawning top left-hand side. Cammy even putting some pressure on the spawn by making his way up towards the big rigs. Pinstripe kill feed, but Boston still comfortable in the hard point for now. G2 trying to open up the map, but that's going to be largely shut down thanks to the fact that Snoopy continues to find kills from the front. I mean, Minnesota can just not find a look at the hard point with any sort of comfort. Nade over the top will have one for Skies. That's the first neutral moment of this hill so far, but Boston come off spawn, now down to P4, and they could, again, like you mentioned, just blow the lid off this map.
Yeah, but they do have one player who is going to spawn all the way across the map, so Cammy's got to get into the play very, very quickly. At least finds one off the pinch through mid. And Mamba's trying to do it on the opposite side, but they all get shut down. Pressure now over towards half wall. Snoopy is reading it towards the backside. You're forcing all of G2 to try to break through middle, and this is not easy, but they find two.
Yeah, big two, but again, you can see the work from Nasty just blocking spawns for now. Eventually shut down by Mamba, and the hunt will start to ensue for Purge. Hanging out inside the hard point, trying to stay safe, pops up, but shut down. Cammy from the front door, finds two, pistol! The beat down on the Mamba
is
gets
crazy.
Sky's still trying to force it for Minnesota, and he does well to catch two. Minnesota quick off the proximal respawn for the front, trying to finish this break attempt. Kremp by himself gets shut down, and Boston will hold.
Now at 100-point lead as we head over towards P5. G2 don't want to be the players that die off the rotation here. But at least Skies, with the positioning that Boston are in, should be able to spawn with his teammate, but he's actually going to spawn behind them. So you have the numbers off the rotation. Someone's got to clutch up, and it's Estrio just valuing his life on the backside of Motel.
Yeah, Sky is just trying to play secret agent from behind the play, does catch two. Snoopy, who has not been called on to do too much in this map, will actually move the spawn, so Boston will spawn behind the new hard point. High ground control also going the way of the breach. Trying to work on that, though, is Minnesota, playing from just largely inside the hill. Whoa, way up and over off a trampoline with Snoopy, trying to set up Cammy for a double. Not fully going to work out. Purge low on health will be finished, and it looks like G2 will have a couple of players spawn behind the hill.
Yeah, and that's not good, realistically. You don't want to be spawning on the backside of green because it's so easy to just bombard this alley with stuns and nades, but thankfully you got an Estrio. Was able to line up a double with the drive, Evan, relieve that pressure from the front side, and then instantly able to spawn Boston now behind you towards green. So if G2 were looking for their window of opportunity to get back into the mix, you need this final Texas to start it off, but they lose it, and Boston is still sitting nice and comfy going into the second set.
And Mamba understands the value of him playing inside of blue. Easy first, transitions to nasty good shots. That double keeps the hard point neutral. Boston only survive inside of shots.
Nice.
G2 coming off that old spawn through P5.
Go watch that left side.
But a weird spawn for Nasty will actually have Astral turning tail and being shut down. Boston finding every single kill, and Kremp could really only do so much from here.
Wow, Boston played that to perfection. They were just like, all right, we don't know where they're going to spawn yet, so let's just hold our positions. Eventually, they have to hop the top to get back into the mix.
Nice.
But once a couple kills start going down, that's when we turn our corners and win a couple fights. Still almost an 100-point lead. G2 now looking for the potential comeback. You need this time, though. They're just doing a great job of keeping them away from it.
Yeah, you got to break through P1 and get some high ground control over Motel. Estriel trying to finesse, looking for kills, can't find it. Boston just staying away from all of the action as Cammy will get to 5 in a row before being shut down. Hard point about to open inside Motel. Big first for Mamba. Pinch gets shut down so Boston can play from one side as G2 sets up from the front.
Sure needs to get something done on this pinch, but he is going to get spotted without getting anything. Cammy takes care of him, and now you're looking at the same exact setup that they had previously. Top control, bottom control. You got to hit a stun or nade to find an opening because the ARs and the cover fire is too strong.
How is Snoopy still alive? He was on 2 HP, stuns, nades, all exploding overhead. Gets a little bit of an extra lease on life. Now he's off the regen, trying to work this with Purge. Nice damage coming in. Leaves Snoopy, though, by himself. Cammy, the late rotation in, trying to hold on and get Boston over 200 points. And they're going to find a way to reinforce this. G2 just looking pieces right now. It's just a 2v3, 2v4, it feels like almost every single time. The desperation out of G2 is leading to them getting picked apart one by one, and Boston looking to just cruise their way to a map 5 affair.
Hey,
yeah, they just don't really have any.
What I tell y'all from the beginning? I said I'm predicting 3-2. Boston. Like, even though Boston got belt tags on the S&D, I feel like they're gonna make it way closer on this last map. Not only that, like I already knew it was gonna go to a map 5. Both teams is playing real good right now.
Head on a swivel. Here goes the beat down. Spawns flip. Boston can close it out here.
Yeah, looking good for it. Nade over the top does land though from Estriel. Good shots from Skies and bounce up. That'll be 4 down. Snoopy gonna confirm where the spawns will be for Boston. Over towards P5. We have a flip though, a little staggered spawn setup. Does G2 get the read on this? Looks like they're a little late to the party, and Boston will have numbers, leaving Skies by himself, and the Breach will find their break with 15 to play.
No, Mamba, if you need to have one very big moment, this is it. Unfortunately, you choose the wrong corner, and Nasty's able to sniff you on out. Boston only needs 20 seconds to close out the game. One more push. Middle of the map, Kremp is able to find one. Estriel finds one. So at least they're in the top for now. And two players from Boston are going to spawn out. So G2 can still make a miracle.
Yeah, Mamba keeps one of the lanes safe, reads the cross and the parallel spawns on the other side of the map. So G2 can hang. They'll get out of the 100-point club. But this would be historic, to put it plainly, if they were to do this. Snoopy just trying to be a distraction. The rest of Boston trying to form with him, and here comes the hit together. That is just perfect synergy for the SMGs. But as Purge is shut down, Snoopy bails, and Minnesota can get some more numbers here to try to hold on to this hard point for a little bit longer.
They have just got to keep on holding on. So far, they're doing a great job of doing so. Effective on the trade fights. Boston know all we need is 17 seconds, so we can hit as much chunk time as we possibly can, but now this could potentially be a scary moment. Dying off the rotation. Snoopy trying to get isolated over towards Motel. He's going to drop. 2 players dropping. They're going to spawn all the way at the old HP, and now G2 are starting to come to life, Al.
Hold up. Yeah, but Cammy will spawn close, so he can try to help out Nasty just a touch, and with him, Purge will also spawn as a new hard point opens up. Snoopy would be on the pinch. Cuts off one. Estriel inside the hard point. There's the contest. Another follow-up. That's going to be the go call to chow it out. No worries there for Boston. And really no worries in the map, but maybe outside that last hard point we just had. This has been as comfortable as we've seen on Scar hardpoint.
Yeah, this is way too easy. Only need another 5 seconds to force this game.
Oh, yeah, that's, yep.
Yeah, let's just peek
map 5, here we come.
That stat line.
Map 5, here we come.
250 to 145 on the score HP. Potentially the reverse sweep on the horizon for the Breach. Dominate there in the game number 4. And now we have a dance-off and on Den for game 5.
And that's just another one of those maps that it's, again, we were treated to a map 1 that looked like this was going to be an instant banger between these two squads. But every other map outside of that has been one-sided as it gets. And in particular, I mean, Snoopy's just hanging out like, I don't know, I just work here. Like, he just didn't have much to do. Everyone else is just frying around him. And Boston just built an insurmountable lead, but I think it's just still one of those things you look at kind of in the middle of that second rotation, and I get it, you're down over 100 points, you got to try to force something if you're G2, but they just looked like they were in pieces and continually found themselves players into a full setup of Boston, and obviously, as you kind of would take from that scenario, not a lot of success is breeded off of that.
Oh yeah, someone just eventually has to work around, Al. Like the first go around, we got full 60'd on, with everyone just trying to funnel our way through the front. Okay, second time.
You wondering why my eyes closed, guys? If you knew, kind of had an eye injury and stuff, and I just took my medicine, like eye drop, like antibiotics.
And unfortunately for them, they get steamrolled there in that hard point. One that they were really comfortable with.
It'd be like this for a bit.
We're going to a game 5 regardless.
Yes, sir. We'll take a look at the game flow chart though, and the inevitable Walmart that you can build in the middle of this map. Yep, feels that way. And that leads us now to map 5, which I believe Allie had called. I think she picked Boston, right? Map 5, she called that?
I think so. Al's on point. 3-0 first series too.
Fire, dude. Yeah, she's on fire right now. So that's what we're going to have, and we are going to switch the map up. We're going to go to Den, and again, just as we kind of framed up before we jumped into that map, we have not seen either of those two teams on that map as of yet. I think, you know, for me though, just got to leave you with the question as we look over the series layout. How does the mental bounce back for Boston, knowing that you're going into a search after what just happened on Raid? They looked really far behind the identity that G2 was able to put together.
Oh, well, everybody knows Raid, and everyone should understand the strategies that get thrown out. Thankfully for them, they don't have to worry about that on a map like Den, where it's basically going to be the same thing on both sides. All lot pressure towards this B site. You don't want to get caught scamming, but the early rounds, this is the biggest thing for a map like Den. With that sniper in hand with only 2 lives, is that you got to choose when is the right moment for you to whip it out. So this should be a battle of just the mind games here in Game 5.
I'm here for that. Little mental chess, little mental aerobics coming at you, but it's going to be a map 5 affair. Boston looking for our first reverse sweep on the year, if I'm not mistaken, and it's come with some convincing results in map 3, map 4. Can they get the job done, or can Minnesota close it out? We'll find out on Den when we come back right after this.
Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab Elf the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now. Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. Scuff, official controller of the CDL.
Listen, where am I looking here? It's Mother's Day, all right? Call your moms, all right? And maybe I'll...
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Those guys are frauds. It's Sunday. We're on land. Reverse sweep. It's easy.
Arno just does it all.
Oh, Kobe. Oh! Unicorn.
I ain't gonna lie, I do feel bad for this next game after this.
I'm gonna do my best not to break down right now. This game changed my life. A 15-year-old kid who didn't feel like I had much purpose, and then this game, this community legitimately changed my life and gave me confidence and made me feel like someone. I have my family here today, so I can't think of a better way to say goodbye than on this stage in front of my family. They've made so many sacrifices for me. I mean, my dad was driving me to tournaments anywhere and everywhere. My mom, she flew to Chicago with me for my first ever tournament.
And you both just died to it. It was awesome.
Ooh.
Mamma mia! Oh my God! Mamma mia!
Oh no! Wow! You are him.
Oh no!
How about you both? Yeah, perfect.
Correct, please.
Oh,
okay.
It's our nasty.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Nasty!
Not like that.
Nasty!
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Stupid!
Oh my God! What the?
Oh my God!
What a match!
Yeah, that was a good match.
Man,
You guys enjoy Black Ops 7 or what? We are, what, 4 days into this season of competitive matches? We've had more reactions that I won't say have gone necessarily viral, but wow, we've had electricity. Also, shout out Scump repping
These
the
matches are
the
insane
IC,
so
brother.
far.
We'll work on that backswing when we get to Dallas in a couple of weeks.
Here we go.
Jay, give me the breakdown. Boston, Minnesota.
Let's get this
number
map 5
It's
going.
10 fist bumps are already out.
After that,
Give your
we got
thoughts.
Early momentum was
we
heavily
got
in favor of G2,
Koi,
but these last
Toronto
two
Koi
matches sort of
versus
looking like what it was like for G2 in their series.
Vancouver Surge.
You're competing back and forth from the first two, but the last two, you're just getting steamrolled to shreds. But thankfully, it can all be decided here in a game number 5. You dominated the search and destroy in that game 2 by setting the tone early on. You can do the same exact thing on a map like Den, which is playing with your spread map setup and for the information before you decide to go for a retake. But the first bloods was a big part.
I'm not gonna lie. The more I play Den, I really enjoy Den.
It was like 6-1 for sure. Yeah, it was dominant. So if they can find that same success, so yeah, G2 might be able to close this one out.
Let's see what happens to Boston on the opening attack. G2, a lot of focus through mid, including putting Estriel up close and personal. So we'll see how Boston deal with that in the future. Skies with a late rotation, but by the setup, looks like G2 is going to like to try to play retake if this ends up being A. Unless Skies can hit the first blood and catches one through the window.
Oh, he might be able to line up a couple more because you're thinking, all right, the sniper's probably going to think about the repositioning, but gets information. There's still going to be players on this site just trying to slide in to get the bomb carrier, but Cammy with the cover fire, 40 seconds, 3v3.
Yeah, you plunk one in Snoopy with that nade. Flakjack, it keeps him alive, plus the help like you call. So now we got the 3v3 retake. This was an election given by G2 that they wanted to play for retake, essentially. So how do you have this set up? There's the double shell coming through. Sibby finds the first. Extra for the trade, but bounced back. Nasty watching over the top. Cammy with a sub and just finessing, wiggling, wagging, trying to keep Extra at arm's reach and finds the final kill to get Boston the first.
That's good plays. I thought G2 were going to come out the gate swinging. You take mid-map away, you force them to go over towards B. Skies finds the opening, and you have all the information that they're at that site, but just a little bit late to the party. Skies tries to get it done by himself to eliminate the bomb carrier, but once he falls 3v3, no one in a position to pounce because all those angles are very, very tight around that site. But even in a man disadvantage, Boston able to clutch up and secure the first.
Clean, 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 my man. And yeah, you're right. As soon as Skies hits that first, you almost wonder if Boston was going to bail off of that setup, thinking, oh, now we got to go into a 3v4. But no, trust in the game plan. It works out nicely for them. And now we get onto Skies POV from the offensive side, looking to try to find something at mid. Stun does land. Good information that someone's playing up middle. And also G2 may try to feel that out a little bit more before committing on the bomb.
Hey, keep in mind, Skies only has one more life with that sniper in hand. Gotta be crucial in your decision making. Nasty's gonna be watching over towards this B site. He's gonna have all of G2 right in front of him. Gives the con to his teammates, and now it's gonna be a 4-man play.
He's watching that with the sniper.
This is gonna be hard for G2 to clear out at the moment, though. They cannot just go for the plant with all these members from Boston at Dojo. That's real call with the nade out. Craig follows for his trade and gets a second, but Nasty gets the shot. So now it has to be on the Skies. But how do you hit this flank with a scope? Cammy, I believe, has seen it, a couple of tags, and yes,
hey,
Skies
don't be surprised.
And it looks like Boston were considering trying to isolate him, but will allow him to leave. Mamba feeling the pressure, good backup. Now he's got help.
Oh my goodness!
Both will find kills, and what a
freaking
response
Skies
from G2.
is insane with the sniper. Holy
right there
shit!
for Boston, like that guy has a sniper. We probably want to push him out instead of working our way back over towards Mamba, because Mamba gets the info, gets out of dodge, repositions himself, and also finds a kill. This is good plays out of the Rook right there. To set out Skies, to hit the shot to close this one out. That was teamwork makes a dream work. And I didn't think that G2 had that in their bag, but I should have remembered that. What they did in map number 2, that don't come easy.
Wow. Okay. This is looking like it very well may be one of those back and forth affairs that we love to see between two very evenly matched teams. Nasty going to take the snipe over towards the awnings, looking at A. Has Purge off to his right, and Snoopy just kind of holding the bomb, making sure no one plays for any sort of an aggressive flank early from G2's defense. Everything's stabilizing, and now Boston try to set up some sort of attack through mid.
Yeah, G2 don't want to get caught off guard this time around with that bomb plan over towards A. You're getting some information. The
play's gonna be through the map. You're trying to back down this player through top window. You do just
Somebody was yelling, bro. I don't know if y'all heard that. That's funny.
Trying to make up for it now. If you're Kremp, smoke grenade at the feet, he's trapped.
Oh, there's help from top window.
Hello.
Somehow gets away.
He's low as
Tags
hell.
are out, but everyone
There we
survives. Nasty does catch Kremp at low HP through mid. So numbers will return to the favor of Boston. G2 could contest in this mid jump up.
It's 30 seconds to go, so eventually someone has to work the objective in.
Oh,
If you're
one
GC,
more.
you're thinking they should already have been doing it. Astro unfortunately falls in the hands of Snoopy. Now it's Skies left in a 1v3. Does he have the sniper in hand? Because if he dies, he's not going to have it anymore.
Yep. Yeah, you could tell he's just trying to save his life for the time being. Boston,
if he
very
clutches
comfortable
this
over this post plant setup.
It'd be insane.
Skies will see one, but
yeah, he's cooked.
Snoopy's going to take a long route, play the clutch up spot.
Yeah.
And there will not be an opportunity for Skies to do this 1v3, you would think, unless someone really scams this. But here comes the play. Knife out, not going to connect, and Skies will drop Boston comfortably, keeping this thing in an all-offensive affair.
Yeah, just picking them apart slowly on their approach, on their offenses. Work.
We got 4 people watching. If you are new to the channel, guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. If y'all enjoy like these watch parties, Call of Duty, Overwatch,
to work with, so he can single-handedly shut down
probably will be playing Overwatch later tonight, guys. So don't forget that. Also, we're gonna be discussing a little bit more of like the look or it's like esport, but also content creating
The dynamic
creators
changes completely as well with the scope on 100%. Too. 100%. It changes completely. We talked about this a little bit last week. Like,
so I do want to have like a
have these
team
teams had building out a playbook with
awesome
both
off
the
of
scope
certain
and without
games
it.
and stuff. That'd be quite
Events
cool.
question now immediately have to be considered by G2. And they're just going straight gas, no brakes towards A. Boston were
gas.
more gambling on something through mid and B, or
No
maybe here
brakes.
late. Nades littering this P4 position. Mamba, maybe the last one to have a nade cooked up. Damage out. Estriel following. And
Both
he's got
gonna
the drop
slide.
that goes to Bursal, but he
Nope.
also is the bomb carrier.
He didn't-
so you gotta
he
be
didn't
careful
slide.
here. Lots of damage, almost able to combine for a handful. Kremp trying to get the
Okay.
trade, but will miss his window.
I guess that was.
So now you look to see, can you pick up the bomb and find a way to plant?
It makes sense.
Trying to isolate onto Nasty, keep him trapped at the backside of the Dragon area.
That's gonna go around, go B.
40 seconds to go, just gonna hit the rotation. Not gonna
Unless they're
waste
gonna
any more
wait.
time.
Nope,
just
they're gonna wait.
waiting on them for them to throw shoulders and potentially to shut us down. So now it's the reset game, the mindset game. Potentially force them to rotate and get it back over towards A.
Yeah, this is G2 just killing noise to create doubt. No doubt here, though, for Boston. But COD timing just turns at the very wrong moment.
Yep.
So it's going to be a plant, unless Nasty tries to chow this early. A couple of tags are in, but can't find the kill.
See what they do.
It's going to wait. Doesn't maybe know that the second member is playing a little bit deeper. Misses a shot just barely on Disguise. Now back to the rifle. Has Kremp over the heady, but cannot lock down the shots. G2 continue to keep us in a back and forth affair.
Yeah, G2, no, okay, wait, that guy still has a sniper in play. We're not going over towards B. Let's go over towards this A site and try to work it. And I love the commitment from them because they had all of the bomb site control. But instead of rushing that bomb plant, they know that they're waiting to pounce on them for that retake because of how tight that bomb site is going to be. So you send the pressure out towards the backside of Platt. Cammy, fortunately, in this 2v2, just gets some really bad COD timing. But G2 eliminate the sniper.
Ain't gonna lie,
COD
COD time is just insane.
And tie the game 2-2.
That's just an example right there of that kind of phrase that I use where it's like you kill noise to create doubt. And it looked like Boston were just going to kind of bank on playing the A defense, but both players turn and try to rotate back to B. So that doubt did set in late in round 4, but it's been all offense to this point. Boston trying to keep that trend alive to keep the narrow edge. Bit of a passive setup, not going to reveal any information by tossing any early trophies or tossing any nades for that matter. Kremp gonna cook one up to the backside of this entryway to B. Stun's also coming through, and now we've got some information on both sides to play off of.
Does Snoopy have a back pocket smoke to work with? Estriel is just gonna pounce his way through the middle of the map with Skies for that first blood. And now only 45 seconds to go. You know the play's developing at
you know
B.
you're gonna be on that right.
You just want to value your life, but you give one to Cammy 3v3.
And kind of shoes on the other foot situation,
he definitely
but
told
I
him.
believe Snoopy was seen exiting. So Minnesota will not doubt their setup. And actually, how about the aggression from Kremp? Does he catch one? Oh no, he gets caught trying to follow behind what he thought was an A rotation. So now numbers for Boston. Skies over the top, may be able to neutralize this to a 2v2.
Wow.
What shots are those from
2v1.
Nasty? Astral for the immediate trade. Nade cooked up, does it land?
Got
It
hit,
does,
Mark.
but the flak jacket able to keep what I believe is Cammy alive and well, and we'll continue with the 1v2 reset.
35 seconds to go. They're gonna run right into the gunfire.
There you go.
Astral, and thankfully the
3-2.
team shots hit a little
3-2,
bit
3-2.
different there for Boston. Even in the man disadvantage again, just like the opening attack, they are able to make something out of nothing. Cammy evens it up, makes it a 3v3, but then at that point, who are we playing against? Oh yeah, it's Mr. Showtime in Search and Destroy, who loves to work the late pinch. You hit him with the hizzy, you hit him with the rotation, the fake rotation, and then you come back to catch him off guard and take care of Kremp and instantly get the objective down. Just the mind games, Al. A little bit better right now for Boston.
Yeah, this has been that mental chess that we were talking about in full form. Here we go. G2 back on the attack. Looking for maybe something a bit more aggressive here at B based on how they're breaking things off. You got Kremp just watching for info, but how about this push through from Snoopy? Just throws a complete curveball. Cammy there to follow up, and the first 2 kills go to Boston.
You just don't have to be aware of a sniper. So let's just start to take some risks. You're 4v2 them on one side of the map. Now you have the numbers and you have the information that the bomb is going to be down. And if you purge, now let's just watch the flank because there's no way we should lose this round.
Yeah, don't isolate yourself into 2 different 2s. Nasty will find the first. So it will rest with Skies, and yeah. There's just no way here. Trophy system denies the nade. Stun confirms that Skies is still here at Dojo, and Nasty is on an
4-2.
unrippable heady with that ironed up. So Boston break our trend. It's been all attack until that little monkey wrench thrown into the system by Snoopy comes away with the opening 2 kills.
Yeah, it's just been a slow and steady approach for Boston. They catch you off guard completely by being the aggressors over through B side while you're doing that split setup of the 2-2 split. And even though Astro was throwing his shoulders, you're not able to spot him up close and personal. He gets the first blood. Mama tries to make up for it. He gets caught. And as soon as those skills go down, that's basically the round. Boston now by 2.
Must win round here, you feel, almost just based on how this map has gone to this point. It's not often we say that going into round 7, but in a tight affair, the first major curveball thrown by Boston now has Boston looking very passive and comfortable, thinking that maybe J2 will try something a little bit more unorthodox, but not the case. They just got Kremp laying prone in a corner to watch the B cross. You got Skies watching his angle at the mid cut. Yeah, everyone's just playing contact here for G2, honestly.
Yep. That's all they're doing, just playing for the early information. So far, Boston haven't given them anything. Finally, you're going to put down a couple shots at that B site. And if you are Skies, you are going to be aware that, all right, he's playing pretty far. That means that they're potentially going to work this rotation. So Purge is trying to get lost to the middle of the map, playing over towards B.
This is the big moment. Kremp undercover by staircase, gets
3-3.
one, does get traded. Follow up from Purge. He's trying to force it. Has
2-2.
Skies in front of him, but it leads to a
1-2.
back and forth affair until Astriel turns this to a 1v2. But Nasty's got the intel that he's got the space to plant. And we're going to reset with Mamba and Astriel holding hands back through Dojo, but Nasty's going to try to take away the angle. Here comes the
Why
play
did you
forward.
push?
No, doesn't quite catch Astriel off guard, and G2
shouldn't
respond
push.
to keep up to win 1.
Yeah, that's good plays right there from G2 to not budge on their setup, Al. Even when Boston weren't giving them anything. You had Kremp committed on watching over towards this B site. He finds that first kill, even with Purge, putting himself in a position to potentially break them down. Just that one kill is all that was necessary, because then Purge tries to go for the second, loses that gunfight, you turn it into a 2v2, but at the same time, Skies doesn't give up on the play on the opposite side of the map. You win the one-on-one onto the island player working the late clinch, and then just the army of 2 set up, walking around together, clears out their Dojo, and a much-needed round at that. Down 4-3 now.
Can he string them back together, though, back to back? Not a lot of talking going on for Boston right now. Seem to have an idea what they want to do immediately. Anything else that they have brewed up to possibly keep G2 off guard? Maybe here. All 4 members through mid. Couple watching over the top, but it's Purge and Snoopy that are going to be playing off the little jump at the mid pillar. Yeah, to get info on this B bomb. That stun check comes through. They get the info that they want, and now it's just down to all of them flooding into Dojo. But nades are cooked. This could be explosive as they get traded back and forth. And there it is. It's just popcorn city all over the place. Boston with the advantage, but Mamba with the vacancy to plant.
And now you just gotta stall out time. You know, they're all coming from Dojo, knocked down to 26 HP, and you stand no chance. Boston with the next level play, they're out.
In my head, I'm thinking 6-3.
Taking mid-map away, and usually the angle is when
I've
you're
been
going
thinking
over towards
6-3,
this
but
B-side,
like I
you're
was
gonna
telling
spot them if
y'all,
they're sitting on the top
freaking.
side of statue. But both players just lay down. They lay down.
I was thinking
are able to
3-2
basically
Boston.
not
3-2
allow them to
Boston.
see them, and then you
I
go to
caught it in the
stun to gain
beginning.
the
As
information that they're being
you go
aggressive
back
all
and
towards
see what I
B-side.
said, I said
Everyone
3-2
wraps
Boston.
back. You're thinking, okay, there's
Because
no
like I
one
said,
here
I
that
know
playing through mid. We can take
that
Dojo away.
G2 is
But all
good
four
at
players on that side of the map with
hardpoint
so
and
many
they're good
nades being
at
bombarded through that side.
S&D.
And
Overload,
Snoopy goes
I already
2
knew
for
they was
1
gonna
in
get
that trade.
belt
All
ass.
the
I already knew they were
teammates,
gonna get
the
belt ass.
teamwork, the chemistry on point for Boston. And
This
now
one,
they're
I
sitting
just
at
feel
game
like,
point.
yeah, Snoopy,
that's
Snoopy
just one of
and
those
as it
moments
has
you
to
look back
play
on and you say,
how
I
they
mean, both
play
teams had the
to
right
win
reads,
this map 5. They have
but
to.
The nades for Boston just a little bit better, just a touch. And now we get to the 5-3 count. G2 on the defense.
And we got one more game after this. I think it's Toronto Koi versus Vancouver.
Same
Surge.
to be said for Estral playing on top of the A site.
So we're gonna have some rookies
Boston
against
have only lost one
some,
attacking round so far this map, and that's
I wouldn't say.
Cryptic's face at
I
that
mean,
B
yeah,
side,
some
so.
vets.
Slow instead has won the
No
rhythm.
way so.
No information of anyone being the aggressors up through mid or through B site. With 55 seconds to go, yeah, this is where we set
Mama's
Purge
out.
out to the middle of the map. Snoopy and him combined for the first blood.
Yeah, that's just not great for Mamba. 1-7. He may not Kyle. And a 4v3 has Boston looking at B. G2. Oh, just a little shaky on their setup right now. Kremp would have to do something special. And he's going to get stunned.
See what he
Smoke
does.
comes through, just trying to finesse the doorway. Boston not interested in challenging through it. Kremp trying to force the issue. Not going to work out. Nasty with the shutdown.
Yeah, Ezreal done.
Now the
He's
last
done.
man standing has found
Now if
the
he
first
pull
one
off
after
this,
1v4.
hold up.
Purge shots are good. Hold on a second, up and over. He may have a chance to
Yep.
isolate one
Well, I tell
small,
you.
but no. The follower from Boston is
Well, I
too
tell you.
good, and the reverse
I told you
sweep
Boston was
is
gonna win.
secured.
I called it.
Boston with a huge
I called the first game. I said
Our opening sets of weekends, and G2 cannot
Falcons
believe it.
belt has 3-0.
Yeah, I would be
I already knew they was gonna
completely
win.
stunned, too, if I was G2,
This
man,
one,
'cause a
I said it's gonna be a good one.
followed up
Based
by
off of map
dominate,
1 when I
search,
seen it, I said yeah,
we should be
it's
able
gonna be
to close this
3-2
one out
Boston
with
though.
ease. We took all the
I called it.
momentum away from
And then
them
on this
with
next one,
weakness, but Boston,
on this
after
next
the
one, it's
break,
gonna be
come
3-0.
a little bit different in overload.
I'm
Snoopy
calling
starts to
it.
dominate
Toronto
the map.
Koi.
They get 3 early scores. You're consistently trying to play
But
catch
all right,
up,
let me
and then you go back-to-back on Scar from
I'm
the
not in
hard
this
point,
string, guys.
and they just
I have to
outclass you
change
in
the
the
title now
fundamental
to
aspect.
Toronto.
When you get to the game number 5,
Toronto
this is the play calls, man.
Koi
We said
versus
G2 is a really good search and destroy
Vancouver.
team, but you gotta remember, Boston are 3/4 of their core rosters that they were last season. So these guys got chemistry. They showed it there in their game number 5, and they complete the reverse sweep.
3/4 of the roster plus an upgrade. At least that was the intention, and so far Nasty has provided that little pack-a-punch to Boston. Meanwhile, for G2, like you
I called
mentioned,
it.
it's a huge
Can't say I
opening
didn't call it,
starting.
guys.
Let's just level ourselves just a touch. It's early season action.
Oh,
I straight
We've
up
got a
called
rookie
it.
on the floor here for G2, and Mamba played great the first 2 maps. Goes cold and has a couple of rookie moments, I would say, in those back 2 maps in particular. So, you know, I think you give a little bit of forgiveness there just because it is still early season and that stuff's going to happen with rookies. I mean, unless you're setting the bar at Mercules, which would be unfair if you do that. So, I don't know, Jay, just kind of give me your, final thoughts between these 2 squads after what was a very even square up, honestly.
I think that's how you spell it. Let me make sure.
This is where I basically had both of these 2 teams.
that.
G2 came out swinging. Boston were a lot better towards the later
Yeah, that
half
is
of the
how you
game.
spell it, okay.
And I think both of these teams will be
I
in the
had to
mix to
make sure
compete
I
with
was
some of the
spelling
top
it right.
teams. Just
Holy.
right now, Boston outclassed them on today.
It's a huge statement for Boston, just trying to affirm that, yep, we're still here, we're still doing our business, and we're maybe looking better than last year. But it's regardless of it, a reverse sweep. Boston find the win in our second match of the day as we head back to the desk. Give us your thoughts.
Told y'all though.
Feels like a
She's so smart.
kick to the vasectomy.
A lot of people said G2.
Takes the lead.
They was calling G2. Already knew.
Reverse sweep, the first one on the season. Allie, this is not the same Alley Cat that was at halftime in the green room. We're all gloating now, but
no, I won't lie. I was definitely making fun of Boston that map too. I was like, "Are we lost?" But it's okay. It's okay.
They bounce back.
It's not their map. It's just not their map.
Let's talk about this second half and what was the difference maker. I think we're starting here with the highlights from Search and Destroy. So, Ant, this is a 3-lane map, right?
Yes.
How does Purge own the middle one?
Yeah, I mean, they were just G2 just like giving it up to them.
Yeah.
I mean, early on. I mean, you saw in like the final round.
Hop in a window for free.
Yeah, you saw in the final round they tried to have Mamba like play it, but like the timing's just kind of awkward. He's running back, gets picked. So they're just conceding mid, and when you do that, it's like, okay, we have to retake through A or we have to retake through B. And when the smokes come in, there's players on your side or the tacks are flying. It's just difficult without having a presence towards mid. This was a really odd series. I mean, we thought these teams were kind of in the same tier, same stratosphere, but how it flipped, like early dominance, the 6-1 on the raid, and we go into these next 3 maps, and G2 looked like they forgot how to play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Everybody on Boston stepped up. Snoopy to start things off, popping off
All
the
right.
overload. Then we get to this game
So
5 where
last
they
one
just
is
look like they completely
freaking.
outmatched them
Like I said,
strategically,
it
and then
is
even in rounds where they didn't have numbers, like the
Toronto
round number 1.
and
G2 round all the
Vancouver.
way.
Yes.
Boston just have the ability to clutch up.
Nasty
We need
11-4 on
we
the
need
other
Joe
side.
DeCease to
You
get
were
like
4
at least
14
59 kills
for G2.
off of 3 maps.
It's got to be
total.
cleaned up. How do you?
I ain't
fix
saying
amongst
each,
the
but
team?
like
Is there
overall,
glaring
like
mistakes
59
only
kills.
in Search and Destroy, or what else did you learn throughout this?
Well, there's 2 things that I'm going to take away from this series if I'm G2. On a map, so in my
That's
mind,
tough,
in
though.
actual playing, you lost that rotation. So that's one takeaway.
Reverse sweep.
The second will
Crazy.
the second will be in the Search and Destroy, like early round like that. I mean, we just lost 2 maps straight. Skies gets a first pick. We're going to play together and retake that together, right? So getting greedy and just not playing your numbers, a lot of mistakes if you're G2 has to get cleaned up.
Ali, on the other side, you had confidence in Boston when no one else on the planet did. Walk me through who made you most proud today. Where do you see?
I ain't gonna lie, I'll
strength in
be
your
undefeated
breach
on this right
Snoopy
now.
made me the most proud today. I think in that map number 3, the fact that he was able to turn around, and that's what can be so frustrating about Boston is they can be very momentum based sometimes. Like we saw it in their last series, Snoopy was 1-12 once, and they still almost won that map, and then he got comfortable, got back into it, and then they do the things like this to teams. It's like, it's just how do you get the start? How do you get him to spawn in and already feel comfortable instead of putting themselves through these grueling series to have to go all the way to 5?
Yeah, I mean, I think like that's why you pick up a guy like Nasty, right?
Valid.
It's like even if we're
consistent
like,
line.
you're bringing a guy like that to add a little bit more consistency, and it's like, okay, that first hard point, you lost by 3, it's a nail biter. Where like you were in it. And you weren't even supposed to be competing on a map like Colossus. Well, you get to the Scar, Nasty has an incredible performance, controlled the entire time, had spawns the entire time. That's why you bring him in.
So we were thinking G2 and Cloud9 were top 6. Where does that put Boston? Boston joins us right now as Snoopy, MVP in my eyes, joins us live. Congrats, youngster. You were smiling after you started turning things around in the
Boston
overload.
keep playing like
What
this,
was it
they can
about the
definitely be
second
top
half?
5
What
as
did you
well.
guys fix?
I mean, I feel like.
But they'll probably be in
Colossus is,
a.
like,
They'll
pretty
probably
mixed
be
map.
like 6.
I could have won either way, but we just like
They'll probably be 6.
we got hard, we kept going. Yeah, we just like.
But I got to see them play against the Falcons. That's what was going to pretty much tell it all.
Just confidence, to be honest.
Of who's going to be on that top 5 or 6. But they'll still be going to champs, of course. But
what's it like right now?
Nah, yeah, I mean we're vibing. Obviously, first reverse sweep of the season.
Okay,
yeah, so
1.3, 105 kills is insane.
Yeah, Snoopy, you guys,
With
Clint
a
brought up to me
2.31.
after the map 2, you guys are down 0-2. You guys got smoked on that raid Search and Destroy. He said all y'all were laughing. What was it? Like, it looked like you guys felt like you had control of the series still, despite being down 0-2.
Holy shit, we got 5 people in here. I really appreciate
like I said,
appreciate it,
we just have
guys.
confidence in each other.
Like I
We
said,
knew
if
that
you
we're a
are
good
new to the
team.
channel,
We can
guys,
easily, like,
please
bring
make
it
sure to
back.
hit that like button
It's
and
about
subscribe,
staying
guys.
composed
We're
and
trying to
just,
get to
doing our game,
800
because we know
subs.
how we can play.
Snoopy, a little bit more of a personal question. You were balling out on the Scar and the Den. Going to Colossus, it seems like you've had a couple of slow starts on that map. Are you still, maybe it's just like a map-based thing on you? Are you still feeling comfortable trying to get used to some of these new maps? Do you have your favorites? Do you have your least favorites? Or is it just trying to get your confidence in one of these series to start at the top?
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, yeah, like last match I had a slow start in Colossus. I think I was like 415 or something. But that's just like a flow, yeah, a flow-based map. You know, sometimes the gunfights are not going my way, and I just keep like, you know, not take a breath or something, and just keep going. So it's just about like keeping my temper, and just staying composed. But honestly, I love it. Like most maps, to be honest.
Yo,
so
Snoopy.
I'm just happy to be able to keep grinding, get better each map, and yeah, my team's grows too. So.
Snoopy, last year you guys were so close, man. Like you guys were, you made a couple Sundays, you upset some big teams, seen it versus LA Thieves a couple times. What in bringing in Nasty? What are you hoping changes from that last roster? Like the strengths. What are you hoping changes to get you guys over the hump this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think Byron brings a lot to the team, to be honest. Just like every day in practice, he's going 100%. He's like helping us a lot too. Obviously, he has a lot of experience. He was placing really good last year. So just having him on the team is kind of like pretty, trying to like level us up, you know, staying consistent, like he said.
Yeah.
And I feel like, yeah, he just brings a lot of experience, and you know, he's a good teammate as well. So
absolutely, man.
Well, Snoopy, when it comes major time, tell your barber I'm going to see him. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, Bucket.
That is Snoopy looking clean in the reverse sweep. Boston Breach gets our second win of the day, but it gets even better after the break because we still have our Monster Energy matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, when we return, it's the battle up north, the Canadian Clash here on the CDL.
Battle of the North. Like I said, like you see that what they did to Heretics, like I think they 8-0'd them or 8-1.
Start the season
and that was
strong
on
with
week
the
1,
2026
bro.
Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen.
Make sure to scan the QR code, guys, if y'all want this skin.
Monster Energy.
I mean, you still gotta probably pay for it, but just if you wanna purchase it.
Official controller of the CDL.
Like I said about that skin, I like the black one. I just feel like the white one, they could have added a little bit more blue, a little bit, or made it like more noticeable in a way on some parts.
It's the Emmy-nominated Esports Engine crew.
They struggling.
Backwards. Two in the mix. Nero's gonna get. Go!
Go! Holy shit!
I mean,
Oh, hold on, they're actually
Big
making
win.
plays.
Wait, there's only one guy. Wait, they got it.
bro.
What the f?
What are they doing?
What the f is Carolina doing?
Bro.
Nice.
Come on, let's go. Come on, Benji. Come on, Benji.
Oh man. You just overextended kill me. We just need. There needs to be a trade there.
Challenge that. How are you losing that? Oh my God! No fundamental.
Freaking apes, man.
Pro squad.
He funny, bro. Like this shit talk is crazy.
There's two. You can refill your secret in a second. She's one more back door. I know your secret. Secret. Back door. Holy Eric. Last one. Nice, Eric. Good story, man.
You can't kill me. What the frick? I have a secret.
My barber insisted that I try out the look, and ever since I've been feeling pretty good. We've been playing pretty good, so I feel like I kind of got to keep it. It might be a full goatee. You never really know.
Keep your barber, my guy. LA looks good on you.
Well, he's in Paris now, so.
Ghosty doing his best to do it. Oh, here we go. 3 are going to drop. A chance to go. One person is Dronz that's got to go clutch. From the position we saw Crip do it, he doesn't do it. Ghosty able to put him down. They get on the point. Everybody's up. That's not going to hit. 2nd minute progress done. They got to surge on forward. A BZ with 1. Can't get through. Oh, and Sim connect. But you win it if you're Crip. Of course it's Crip. Time and time again, he wins his 101.
Ah, shoot. Save. Legend. Win. Lunars. A lot of people. I don't know, man. I don't know about Lunars, man. I ain't, like, one thing I would not say is they're just ass, but you know. I don't know. Oh, hold on, let me.
Toronto's were winners of the Spanish Showdown. Now it is the Canadian Clash, and we find out, can they take down the Vancouver Surge? If you're looking at our tier list, this is an easy yes. The purple team should win today. You guys said Vancouver was at the very bottom. So let's start at the top of this matchup with Koi. You edged out Heretics with a rookie, but it took you 5 games.
Yeah, it took you 5 games, but 2 of those respawns, for context, were dominant. On map 1, where they 100-point clubbed them, and then at 8-0 overload, the most dominant overload that we've seen so far, and they answered a lot of questions.
Yes.
Can you close it out? Can you be resilient? Absolutely. It's Toronto. And does the AR duo on Kleenex and Insight work? I think we can all say through one match, yes.
So, I mean, and we talk about Kleenex for a minute here, who has switched roles, essentially, which, when he started, was one of the most fiery SMGs. He would set the pace, high engagement, high octane. Think Black Ops 4, think about a BZ, think about Sim. Movement is going to help this guy. Now, you give him kind of a hybrid gun, and you get numbers like this, absolutely slamming Miami Heretics. He had a standout match against them last week, and that was kind of our worry. Is like, how's Insight going to be? How's Kleenex going to work in this dynamic? And I feel like we got our answer. This team is a team that can contend for championship.
And they're overload team?
That we've seen right now, but I mean, it was versus a Miami team that hasn't really practiced as much coming into it.
Maybe.
So yeah, definitely, maybe they have the makings to be. And I would just also say with this team, especially with the patch notes everybody just seen, the SMGs getting buffed. They have the flexibility to be a team
come on,
that
Joe,
also
the
runs 3
C's,
SMGs
come on.
and dominates. So they're set up in a really good place for the future this time.
That would be coming post-holidays, of course. Yeah. And on the other side, you have some SMG talent that can also flex to the ARs. We truly don't know the true potential of Vancouver Surge. And without Rambo Ray, it seemed like the team was a little bit lost. The one bright light, you had Glenn, the rock star of Carolina, continued to drop statistical bombs, but none of them finished with a W at the end of the game. Allie, walk me through this lineup. What do you need to see from Lunars in his 2nd year, Abe now in his rookie season, and Legend, the Frenchman, coming over from Halo?
I just need to see maybe a little bit of leadership, kind of like who's going to maybe guide this team a little bit, because I'm looking at this lineup and nobody really stands out to me except for maybe Lunars, but he's only in his 2nd year as well, and he wasn't on the best roster last year either. So this is a roster that's
we'll see. I haven't watched the first one. I know they lost.
So far, at least versus the pair of Gentleman's, which isn't an easy first matchup. We got literally nothing to go off of for this team.
We have no expectation for the Surge whatsoever.
Exactly.
Obviously, these guys are all very early in their career, and the guy who would be tasked with being the leader, I guess, would be Gwen, and
that's not his role.
That's not his role, exactly, right? So you look at this, a couple things. Obviously, Legend, we got to be patient with him. I mean, he was 5,700 damage in their last series. That's 2,000 lower than everybody else in the lobby. Next guy up, right? So he's obviously got to put a little bit more damage down. And for these guys, they were just getting ran at by the gentlemen. Like,
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. Because we got to remember when Shashi came into the league,
way to slow the game down a little
and he
bit
went, what was it like? When
We
did
know
like
they've got shots. It's all about
7 to
working on your
20,
teamwork,
30
though.
or
If
something
you're
like that?
developing
When he was on
what's the
the
hardest growth point? Search is short
Empire.
overload right now at the start of the season.
Like he was playing terrible, and then they said something about Clayster wanted him off the team. Because I think it was him and
like this, right? Because it's
I think it was just Clayster, unless Crimson said something as well. But I guess they gave him one more chance. He just turned around and played like real good.
First and foremost, find the
To now this man has what, 3 rings right now?
Hectic at times, and you have the advantage. Then do it.
And I feel like Shashi not even in his prime yet, to be honest. It don't, like most people will say, yeah, but
You going Koi Ant?
I got Koi.
3-0?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with trying to play as well.
And the fans, 9-2 after 11 picks. This is match number 12. Let's send it over to our casters. We got Merc and Maven on the mic.
all right.
Thank you. Yeah, this one's got the potential of a blowout. I was looking through like breaking point, like team stats, and there's like 15 categories or something. But I swear, Koi was top 5 in all of them. But like,
You just
What did you
kill,
kill?
you just killed the Christmas tree.
oh, farewell. But yeah, they were top 5 in like everything but like 2 stats. I mean, they came out what? The first Harpo Bucks, they won like 250 to 80 against Miami. 8-0 exposure control overload. They were absolutely nuts. Still go 5 games, but they look nuts in spots.
No, I think they probably went back and watched that map too with that Scar search. They probably felt like that should have been a 3-0 series. But Joe's a distance, had a little fun, got a little test there from Miami, able to win it. But yeah, I think they were just a step ahead. Yeah, we talked about it with Miami, maybe a step behind, but
We'll see what Joe
here,
does
is
map
it's a
1.
big
That's what's going to
task
tell it all.
I don't know, try to find any success in this series.
Yeah, like is there anything? I don't know, what do you feel like you can take away from this series? Like, is there anything you can, like, either for the Koi side or for the Surge side? Like, because even if Koi blow them out, you're like, okay, expected.
Yeah.
Surge push this more.
So
than
it's a
3
small
maps.
map.
Yeah, just
I mean,
have
there's
some
going to be a
close
lot of
maps.
kills.
It's competitive.
Yeah,
So
just
we'll
make some progress, right? Because we all know that this is a project. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah.
I don't know how you hit the reset button after the year you had last year, but we did.
Yeah, it's just a bad year to have a project. We were talking about this with the Carolina team. It's a deep league right now, and it's gonna be really hard to build from the ground up.
Okay,
Too
Legend.
many good teams. I mean, I think there's been years.
One thing I want to see, I want to see Legends succeed. Don't get twisted, guys. I want to see that man succeed.
Wins are going to be difficult this year.
Oh, dude, Parasite's gonna be very happy because Quinn's got the NPC out. So
okay,
I mean, Haggie's been talking about this gun every single day for the last couple of weeks. So you got a little different SMG in the mix.
Okay, NPC in the mix. Let's see how
we just saw Parasite take down in Study with Ben J.
I think nothing makes me happier than
monumental accomplishment.
When Study's pissed off, dude, his face, like, he's like the nicest, happy, like go-lucky kid, but dude, when he's pissed, it's incredible. And he lost to Ben J. I mean,
we get to watch that on the COD League TV all year.
Listen, I'm a fan of showing that every single break. I'm good with that. Just to piss off Ant and Jay. I'm good with it. But a little bit of an early lead, an early setup here for Koi. We've seen a lot of Colossus in series, and we'll see it to start off this series, but it is locked down right now for Koi, trying to push open a lead. Joe Deceives trying to push out the cut. 6-1. Holding the statue side push. He's got his duo and Real holding top. He tries to catch somebody maybe for a trade, but the mantle's going to cost him. Maybe they'll take it for Kleenex. This team, we think,
1-7 right now. Oh.
should be one of the deadlier 3-sub teams in the game. We just
1-7.
like Falcons
Legend.
here, how deadly they can be with 3 subs. I mean, they should be good.
Yeah, I mean, if Joe, Real, and Kleenex are all sort of firing, and at the same time, they're going to be extremely tough to beat.
No, it's all good. It's all
especially
good,
with 3 SMGs. Like, he is a flex that the more and more those come into play, they have a, I wouldn't say a big advantage, but they have an advantage for sure.
They should over, maybe not every single squad, but several, most of the league, I would think. Up 50, answer potentially here now for Surge as they try to lock it down and soak it up. So far, so good. Pushing it out. I mean, number 6 and Abe is going to try and take fights out statue side and stagger this push even more. He does a solid job of that. Most of the push going to be coming from the right side now, and that's where the spawn will be for Koi. Some big gunfights and a chance to break, but Gwen with the double, locking it down. The third he's going to have to shut down, and that he's not able to do. So that last one-on-one, Well, barely one of my. He's weak for the other two gunfights, but hell, you have another player in reality. You're able to get in if you're quick.
Yeah, I mean, he has a chance there. If he wins that, maybe you're still on the time, and this is like a tied game. But yeah, you get in, and really you're playing for this P4. Abe's already rotated, locked in down mid-tunnel, but pressure through the left side. Pressure over towards Legend. Couple of shots a little shaky, but able to lock that down. And Jodeci's, though, maybe finds the opening. I don't know what timing he saw, but there we go. Now, this is problematic here for Surge.
So talk to me about, like, you know, you were a competitor. You have a game plan or, like, a way you like to play certain scenarios of hardpoint. How does that change if you... We've seen a lot of, like, early 80, 100-point leads. Does it change how you can play the game then? You can take some extra chances. You can fight for some scrap. Like, how does it change early on when you go up early?
Probably map dependent, but I think on a map like Colossus, yeah, you can take a couple extra chances, right? Because it's just a little bit easier to break depending on the hill. If this was Scar or something, we're going to see many 80 to 100-point comebacks on that map.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You still have to play very rotation heavy. But I think on a map like this, you can send one more wave.
Okay. Well, they didn't have that big of a lead. I'm just thinking back to their 113-0 point advantage they had in the first series we commentated from, but
okay.
That lead, though, is building. It's quickly getting near 100 as I say that. 15 or so remaining here. Surge will try to get the scrap, but they're just going to need a win a rotation and get an early hold to start to fight back into. It's not a great first set of rotations, but in the second set, maybe they can put things in their favor a bit. The slang, it's not horrible, but then Legend -7, it's starting to grow. It's getting to positive or -10. It could continue to get worse, but it needs to stop spiraling.
Yeah, I just think the problem is like the one rotation you won was towards that P3. I think you end up splitting that time. Kleenex is 17-9 popping off, but yeah, then the P4, right? That's what we talked about. We saw just sort of the two-man game. They're able to find Legend in the back. That led to the break, and that has led now to this almost 100-point lead.
And the talk for today on Colossus has been sort of the second AR pulling out a sub and how they perform. We saw Kismet, used to be a sub, come out and have some really big plays. We see
Close to windows, Joe.
One of the better subs all time, pull it out, finding a lot of success at 19-10. Is now, lead still been in that 80 to 100-point range. We'll see if Surge can chain a couple together or if this is just really a matter of time.
Yeah, it's tough too, right? If you're Surge, you're going through vetoes and everything. Like, Colossus is a map that's so straight up. It's so fun. It's just easy not to, like, I don't know, make mistakes, let someone slip through, or you get out-rotated a whole bunch on Scar, you're gonna get it destroyed.
Ooh, okay, Legend. Nice.
Keep up with these guys.
Yeah, no, true. But I mean, I guess from a positive standpoint, if I watched Koi's first series, I would try not to play them on Scar Harbor.
I like that.
Based on how that went, so they don't get that. Try not to play them on exposure overload, which they get that out at least.
So yeah,
I mean, just tough. Yeah, the one thing, I mean, we still have a lot of series, but you saw some massive strengths for Koi. You try to eliminate some of those, but I think there's going to be an overall solid
They do
hardpoint
need
team.
someone that can
But
do like leadership.
You have to chip away at this a bit, but Jodeci's not making it easy.
Kinda
Going high,
tough.
finding kills, locking it down.
Off of
Everybody's
that.
spawning out for Surge, and that'll be more time to push it out to a 100-point advantage again for Koi. Jodeci start to roll.
Yeah, Insight's hanging out. He's at a minute 40 on the time. That would be me, just relaxing, letting these three guys just run wild, though. He's on 4 in a row. This is just a... Yeah, the problem right now for Surge is like this team is darn good. Is Toronto Koi. They are showing it again in map number 1. Just how do you get back into this? Maybe it starts here. You're going to have a 3 dead. The last guy's going to be Joe. I think you also just have some Hellstorms to deal with. That's going to be the problem. I think Kleenex has one. He does. Jodeci, as we just saw, he has one. So even when you get some momentum going, they're going to shut that down real quick.
And that's another advantage from getting rolling early and taking a big advantage and having some player goes on streaks, just snowballs, spirals, whatever you want to call it. Gwyn has 5 in a row, but not going to turn into much. His hard point is going to be in favor of Koi. Surge just cannot overcome this 80 to 100-point advantage that Koi have had. We haven't talked Real too much because, well, it's kind of been Jodeci and Kleenex leading the way, but really it's been a nice team effort. I mean, Insight, I don't know if we've seen his POV. He's 17-13 with 2 minutes in the hard point. He's having himself a match.
We saw him on a little spree there, right, where he was hanging out, but that's about it.
You gotta watch out for that
to do
second.
too much, but as you said, just
He's gonna learn due
that's
time,
really
guys.
the
This is his first year.
conversation. Somehow Gwyn's like +1 doing his thing, but outside of that, again, you get to a P4, you're out rotated. Just feels like this is already a loss.
Feeling that way. It was ugly to
Oh
start.
my.
It's getting uglier. Real now streaking.
Yo,
5 in a row,
chill.
going up top. It's a teammate's trophy that finally ends the streak, but his teammates do get the rest of the kills as well. They are locking down the point, flipping them into the back. All the heads turn, and they continue to chain these kills together and
impressive map 1 out of Koi. Not quite done yet, but it's been beautiful.
I mean, I don't think they got a little too far forward. They were moving up the middle of the map to slay and accidentally flipped, but it's a nice reaction. They're like, uh-oh, guys, we didn't block the back. So everybody spawns up, they turn around, they find those kills again. You are fighting back here at this P4 if you're trying to get to that 100.
Honestly, it's funny. It happens so fluidly. It looked intentional.
Yeah,
they literally got kills, pushed forward. I was like, well, search the back. Maybe we do that after the next 2-3 more fights. Yeah. But dude, on the map, it looks so intentional, like the way they were playing it. But they're probably having a little bit of fun. There's hunting kills at this point. Padding the stats, locking it in. Maybe not a 100-point club, but it is damn close. Contested on the point for now as Koi look to close it out. Legend Lunars with double L's burst through to break for a moment.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
See if, maybe the guns can heat up a little bit, or they can delay the inevitable. Abe's double, keeping him in for a second, but Insight next up the bat, just staying up, relying on his teammates, trying to pre-fire the push, but seeing his teammate over the top of Kleenex to get through to help. 2 more ticks, 1 more gunfight, and that'll seal it. So, Koi, they have come in and been dynamite in their map 1's first series they had. It was 250 to 88 on Scar. They were able to beat Miami here. Okay. 250 to just over 100. They get a victory.
Yeah, I'm excited to see these guys versus like
a top team.
Yeah, they were kind of, again, when you talk about like the Chase On tournament, they weren't there. Early at the Monster Invitational, they didn't have a great tournament. So now that everything is starting to flow a little bit more, I want to see these guys versus the best of the best, just how they're at it. But yeah, Koi, I mean, map 1 looking good on this hardpoint.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think that's what we're all thinking watching this right now. You want to see them against some of the top competition, but for them, I mean, all you can control is what's in front of you. 100%. And they're coming in and they're laying down that hammer.
Yeah, it's more, I'm just excited to see.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But they're like one of the teams that just due to their early tournaments, wasn't really talking about.
True. Kind of underappreciated, even though they might be a really, really solid team.
Hey, Legend didn't play bad. Now, the only thing I will probably need him to do when it comes to hardpoint, I need him to get some time.
Highlights coming in just from the get-go.
I need him to get some time while he's there. Because if he's on P1 and he's up top, all he got to honestly do is watch that top left. If he watch that top left side where the little ramp part is, time to time. Because you're going to have somebody watching your side of which way they're spawning.
The nature how fast it plays, but for like Koi, you were turning into time.
But it's just the time part.
Early on, it's like everything.
He know how to hold position. I'm glad that
drops to the trophy. Unfortunately, this weekend's a little bit of
got him for that.
But, the last couple of seconds,
like taught him that in a way.
The first hardpoint, our
third step, he done that at Halo, but y'all know what I mean.
It is all Koi. They are going to be very difficult to beat on a map like this. I was going to see if they're fired up with the reactions, but I think it's just like, they're like, come on, these guys stink, is probably what they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's they're just trying to fine-tune some of the smaller details, and that'll be the thing here for Koi, right? Just moving into your search and destroy, into your overload, just sort of being on the same page and continue to get better at these game modes.
Well, I think if there's anything to take away from them in their match last week, like, yes, you won.
Yep.
But it wasn't clean. Like, it almost like, I don't want to say it felt like a loss. But like after their map 1 and like how the map 3 was, the fact they went to map 5 and like they could have lost that series, I sort of left me with like a, well, that could have been a lot cleaner.
Could have been more. Yeah, could have been better.
Yeah, so I think that they probably take that into the week off or into scrims. Like we need to perfect some things, need to work on some things. And now that we got this map 1 blowout here, like no foot off the gas, like we can't be goofing off too much that suddenly we let a search and destroy slip away again.
It's kind of what's always sort of tough when you're a top team playing one of these squads. Like,
don't play down to your competition.
Even like in scrims, but no, just trying to find something like, all right, if we played our best, we're going to be good. But what do we need to work on? What are we trying to fine tune?
All right, map 2 was Dan.
Like the Michael Jordan just finding reasons to be pissed off type thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just making up that the competition was hitting on your wife. He was coming and dude, his stories are crazy. That guy was psychopath though. He would just literally make stuff up like hate whoever he's playing. I love it. Maybe that's what you gotta do though when it's something like this. But it'll be Den Search and Destroy.
Hopefully no one's hitting on anyone's wives.
No, yeah, I don't know why that's what I went to. Maybe, I don't know, dude.
These guys are married.
I got no idea. My head's a strange place. I'm not sure that's where we're going. But
Toasty here.
You a little toasty?
No, dude. The
Oh,
fireplace.
you know, I thought you were warm. I was like, I feels kind of good in here.
No, it's talking about this.
This is the monster
Wait, how's
matchup.
us up there? We're sharing a stocking.
Oh.
Wait, why? Okay, so the desk gets one, and then all right, got it.
Dude, we got the monster matchup. Look at this. I got monster shirt. This is an actual monster shirt, dude. The brand just says monster.
I love it.
Dude,
I got some monster over there.
Send me stuff, dude. I'll just wear everything. I love monster.
Maybe we'll get some more in our stocking.
Some more monster?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think I've already had 3 today. Feeling good. Is Koi are feeling good after that monster map 1 to look to continue into the search. Where do you think, was there anything like last match against Miami where things kind of slipped away from? Do you see anything in search that maybe Koi needed to work on? Or is that one where you just blow somebody out so bad? Like, hey, it's just.
Well, they just started losing first bloods, right? Like,
true.
It was sort of like early in that map. First bloods were going their way. I mean, Scar is a lot different. It feels like that momentum can have a major shift. When it comes to Den, I mean, listen, this is all sort of about your retakes, about just sort of those early pushes. Yeah, I mean, again, I've only seen 1 match, so it's hard for me to.
No, I know.
But I'm just looking back at that Scar Search and Destroy. Like, Miami, the way they got back through it was finding the early advantages.
I was just testing your memory, Joe.
Dude, there's so much caught up in
No, I know. Like, sometimes I remember things so clearly, and sometimes there's just zero memory. It's like, I commented that? But we'll kick off the map 2. See if Surge can answer back. That is a nade right to his teammate's bubble.
He got in the way.
Luckily, it hopped off the map. The problem is
got in the way.
ended up hitting his.
Yep.
And his teammate, and then you got first blooded. Plus, Joe DeCease is all the way behind you. Lunars is going to have no clue. So you're just kind of stuck here now. You can't really wrap out of this. But Joe does shoot. I think Joe shot. So, yeah, he did. So Lunars is.
They came back to try to isolate Lunars. But Lunars did a good job getting out of that. Unfortunately, his team is getting picked apart. Can Lunars somehow make the play?
They're just stagnant. After they lost that first player, they just haven't moved.
It all fell apart with that early grenade. Lunars will drop. Abe a chance to be the hero, but quickly traded out. So Koi on the board first, and yeah, no, they lost 1. That can happen to any offense. You lose first player, things kind of become stagnant. But the longer you stall, the bigger chance for someone to make a play on the flank.
They just got trapped in.
And it's not that long of a route to make the plays here.
Yeah, it's more like I wish when they go back and watch this, I think if Lunars is getting shot in the back, he's able to recover. I think they have to go back to him and try to isolate that guy so you can force a 3-on-3.
Yeah, it looked like Koi was isolating Lunars instead of maybe Lunars and team isolating Joe DeCease.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, I think the help from Koi actually might have been less about isolating Lunars and more about helping Joe because they were worried that was going to happen. But it did not. Joe DeCease with the quick blood, quickly traded out though, so 3v3 here. Big gunfight, Lunar's just barely able to win it. Real probably needed another bullet, so numbers here for Surge.
Did you see him? I think he did spot him. Okay, and this is kind of what I was talking about. You have numbers and now you just...
You sure don't. You sure don't. So what do you want to see Legend do in that scenario? Like, just get back to your teammates or get somewhere safe. Like, do nothing. Put your controller down for a moment.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit unlucky because he's thinking doesn't get spotted.
Yeah.
So he just takes that risk. And now into the 2 versus 2, they just read it perfectly. Kleenex and Insight have been doing this for a long time. But probably the biggest difference when you're coming from Halo is Search and Destroy. It is a very different game mode to learn it. It takes time.
No, I mean, Enable never figured it out.
That's a good point.
Formal kind of did. Yeah, he relatively quickly, but Enable's job was just helping he planted the bomb. But no, it's been hit or miss. Like shots, they click pretty quick. I mean, yeah, it's just different. That's just it wasn't a game mode.
He was playing a lot of it before.
That's true. That's true. But it's definitely a mode you gotta put work into.
It's just a lot different.
All right, so I don't know. It's like the chaos of our esport, but also one of the beautiful things, just the change of pace, the difference in modes. McCoy will bring it back in that scenario and get that done beautifully. Aggressive on the defensive front. They're just going to send it. Can Legend get multiple? Not going to happen. At least he gets 1 because he's basically 1-on-3 until the help gets there. Now numbers advantage the Surge as they're trying to push this out. They're able to take down Kleenex. The pinch is starting to work its way up, but you lose Joe Deceive, so it's all on insight, a little more decisive there at a Surge.
Yeah, I mean, Koi just kind of, they're running at you. They're trying to disrespect you a little bit.
Yeah.
And there we go. Nice little team play. Great first kill from Legend, even to just buy more time and play his life. So 1v3 for Insight. You kind of saw, right? There was like this presence middle of the map. Insight was, well, he was buying a lot of time, but gaining a lot of information. So they were trying to push up towards B, but Legend was there. Allows his teammates to wrap on back. Let's see what Insight can do. Great headshots onto the first. Still has time to work with.
And he just takes like one bullet there, so he's not a free chow. Just hoping Abe chows. Abe just did a good job. That was honestly great by him. I feel like a couple times maybe you just want to fly at him. He doesn't. Just keeps shouldering, keeps checking. None of those like
it's all good.
Like
it's all good.
Delayed shoulders where you might get caught and ripped.
Even though he's not playing good, y'all gonna remember.
Doing a little hop up.
First year.
So annoying, just pestering him.
I just kept staring at Abe's silhouette. I'm like, do not just tell him.
Players will get better and better the more they play.
Yes.
The more they play scrums to improve, they definitely will get better.
Nice job there by Surge. But yeah, I think just Koi, they're making some play calls.
I have faith in Legend.
I felt like, what was it? It was like.
Even though I know a lot of people gonna look at him like he's terrible.
4 catwalk on Skyline. I was like, or 4 underground. Like they were doing. I was like, what are these guys doing, bro? Heavy presence up mid for Surge. To deal with it, it'll be Real. What can he find? I think he sees one. Maybe now knows his 2 players.
That's exactly what you want.
So that's a lot of info.
Yeah, great job just playing his life. You can see they're gonna plan it for Dojo side, but all the Surge are gonna back down up here. So you have this 2-2 split. So you have to be careful for your Joe and Kleenex. Or really the other two, because if Joe and Kleenex die, Bomb not plan it for you. What is that wallbang?
Oh, yeah, no. Someone was getting ripped there with the wallbang, but it's Abe that's gonna open things up. Kind of like you're talking about. The players on this side, it's gonna be difficult. Joe almost gets 2. Lunars is still weak, so he's got to stay down for a second. That's just buying more time for Koi. Play Bomb, Insight trying to reposition. Real's been tucked away. Real is dancing, waiting for the help. And now just not enough time. But really, I mean, Real, I just kind of put the round to him, right? He gets so much info. He's the guy that might get isolated. Kind of watching the flank early on.
Yeah,
gets the info, stays alive.
I liked what Surge did, man. Just backed up, played together as a team, tried to retake, just not able to execute. I mean, Insight was putting shots in through the wall from across the map. Nice little plays from him, but yeah, as soon as you get that first kill, you're hoping to go. And I don't know if they ended up seeing the bomb was on the other side.
I felt like whoever wallbang was just like, stop. There's like, what?
Yeah, like, what is happening?
Yeah, no, honestly, that's what it looked like. Like, guys, I'm getting smoked.
Write that one down. I cannot push. I'm one shot.
Now the advantage to 3-1. No kind of insane defensive push this time around. A little more standard in the setup.
Yeah, it's really 2 players playing for information. That's going to be Real and Insight, one top side, one in the middle of the map, and then just have a couple of rotators and Joe and Kleenex on how they want to play. But it looks like they're going to stay B for now.
Kleenex just trying to get an angle, maybe for the snipe mid, but no presence there. And on the offensive side, Surge starting to group up and work this towards A. They'll have numbers on this side. The 2 Koi defensive players have stayed honest over towards B. But now with the info, they're going to wrap back. So the wrap is happening. It all depends on the execution here from Surge. They have a timing, a little bit of a window here where they can go ahead and push this. It gets the first blood. The help, though, is here. One more player, and Kleenex almost here. Now some massive gunfights. Beautiful from Lunars there with the headshot. Stays down, though, and stays up. Abe going to attack in his second. Joe Deceive's last alive. Can he make the play? Not going to happen.
Yeah, he's able to find one, but honestly, just you dodged the snipe. That was the key. You saw the glint.
Right over his head.
Yeah, Kleenex is looking for it. They don't even know he has it out in this round. So if you end up getting caught there, if you're Lunars, then yeah, maybe that's it. The retake there for Toronto, but that's the key. And just great shots on both of them. Clean headies out of Lunars, but it starts with that first blood.
Yeah, for a second, I thought they were just taking too long to push that. Like, I mean, obviously, they don't know what we do. They've got a small window there before the rotators get there, but the timing, I think they wait another second or two. It probably goes south, but collapse at the right time. He has some beautiful shots there out of Lunars. And we just saw him get clipped by Insight a couple rounds ago. That time, he's the one dealing the headshots. Right up the mid-cut goes Real. So he's found an opening now. Picking it up should be Gwen.
We saw this in that game 5, right, where he would just sort of take this, and then depending on which bomb site they went to, he would sort of cut them off. But it looks like everybody's just going with him. I mean, I don't even know if Surge is gonna be ready for this. Look at this setup from Surge. If they go A, this might just be a train wreck.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
There was a massive hole in the setup, and I feel like they didn't realize that there was a massive hole in the setup.
Yeah, like can they go mid? They can't.
They sure can. Yeah, and I guess that was Gwen. I mean, these guys got to back it up and deal with it. Well, it's not necessarily all right anymore.
Not anymore, no. And Bob's playing B.
Yeah. A little crazy gunfight there. Legend able to take it. He's going to try and pull off the 1v3 now, but also by the time he engages over by B, you're probably going to have 20 or so seconds left on this. This would be pretty absurd if he's somehow able to clutch it, but I think he gets the message. He just has to go.
Gotta check everything. Just so difficult with this bomb site.
Yeah, you can't even like check everything. You just got to kind of pick your spots with the time left. He just has to go.
Nade might help.
Yep.
Still 15 seconds.
Saw him go vertical. There we go.
Okay.
Nothing he can do though. Just a check from Joe Deceives. Not enough time. That's just, yeah, the second you were like, well, bomb's planet B. It's like, well, that's pretty much done.
I don't even know when they rotated it. That was quick. I don't know who made that call. I thought they were just
honestly, I was so focused on the skirmish there today. I didn't realize someone was
Hey,
like,
but good job, Legend. Good job.
But that's just, I understand like getting across mid, but you shouldn't be able to just get across mid and shoot somebody back off A for free.
If you're going to take that risk, I mean, they didn't go till A till 30 seconds in the round. Someone's just got to be like, yo, someone turn. Like,
someone turned. It looked like they thought Gwen had eyes. I don't know.
But either way, yeah, I just feels like the timing, sooner or later, someone's just going to have to pick that up.
If that's how you're going to play it, yeah. They're like, nah, we're calling their bluff. They're not going mid. Sure did. Much needed blood for Surge. Their turn to send it up. They said to everybody, what does it look like for Kleenex?
I don't even know if he spotted him. They all went under him, so I'm not even sure if he saw it.
I was just staring at the minimap.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he saw sort of them go under.
But dude, I was like, I thought he was playing a patient to like shoot the third in the back or something. That's not what happens.
No, I don't think he wanted to overpeak, so we played a little bit deeper.
Okay.
It was just like maybe trying to see the hop up, but they all just sort of go under, play inside. So nice round. So yeah, just mid control has been the key for both of these squads. Starts with that first blood down.
Nice pick from Gwen, yep.
I'm sure that's a team shot because we've seen that from Insight's POV a couple of times on defense. He's just throwing shoulders, putting some shots in.
Just gets laced.
Yeah, ripped.
Yep. Starting to make some plays to make this a bit more competitive here in the map too. I mean, Search is where they're going to have to catch him. I mean, the respawn, the one Koi loss was the Den hard point to Miami, but we're not going to be seeing that.
Okay, so you really think about it, Vancouver's S&D is not that bad.
Gonna be a war here towards B. You have numbers right now if you are Koi. No, you don't.
Ooh.
Gwen evens it up. Nice little snipe, plus the rotation comes in. Now a 3-on-2 for the Surge side. Another big pick, and it's Gwen that's able to do it. He's out to 7-4. Trying to will his team to victory. What does Real find on the other side of the map?
He's good at this.
Finds an opening. That is his role. Lurk, 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 and piss you off.
Yeah, just finds the timing again. Just so unlucky for Legend. Again, just one of those things where he's got to probably play just tighter, just play numbers. Just watch that mid flank. It's okay if they plant that A bomb in the 4-on-3, right? You have numbers advantage. But yeah, you allow this rotation now to happen.
Well, at least you make sure Real doesn't get more, right?
True.
He one more bullet there. He takes a second with him, and that probably calls round. Well, you beat a 2v2, but still, just making sure that lurk player doesn't find anything more. Inside trouble, 3 HP. He's going to get dropped.
Okay, I like that.
Can he clutch up? Be a 1v3, not going to happen. Efficient trading again from Surge, and that'll be back-to-back rounds, all square at 4-4.
Three in a row? Just it's 3 first bloods in a row, I think, and that's really been the key. It started Gwyn last round. You have Gwyn again this round.
Well, I think the round before that was the offensive one up the gut. So not 3 in a row, 2 in a row, 2 in a row. Like when
Yep.
Yeah. Toronto found the opening. But yes, the first bloods have been the difference for sure.
So yeah, Gwyn doing a great job there, and then switching it up, just pulling out the snipe for the first round. Well, first time in a round this map.
Gwyn looks real vocal in between rounds. I would be too if
It's
I was
4-4.
the first blood demon right now for the squad. They want to go up mid again, or at least just chow insight with multiple players.
Yeah, they're just trying to catch
They're
him.
flying at him, and they're going to do it again. Right up mid. Real going to try and get position and maybe trade it out or take a fight. He's not going to find it because I think they're top, and he's peeking bottom. Bomb for Surge has been on the other side, but yeah, it's been just about mid-map pressure. Lunar's got one here. I thought he had it one, but doesn't have the sub. His tracking looked pretty good, but Real put him down to a 3v3. Oh,
wow.
The first ball just missed.
I was about to say that's a psycho chow from Real, thinking he's still a little weak, like maybe regenning, and just bodies him. Joe Deceives loses Gwyn entirely. Gwyn wins a close range fight he shouldn't win.
They spotted bomb. Oh, man. Oh, this is so difficult. They're looking around. Yeah, Abe, you got to get the bomb. They're here. This is where they're set up.
Here they go. Trying to retake their own bomb. Time dwindling.
This is
looking to clear,
man,
getting dropped. And that is a very good example of dropping bomb in a precarious position.
Well, and that is a good example of what Real has done and why this Toronto team is happy that he is on this squad. Because he can make these individual plays in Surge. I think that's an ace. I think he finds all four. He absolutely does.
Oh, I thought Kleenex got the last, honestly.
No,
okay, that happened so quick.
All four and
Real got the ace.
A couple individual. You get awful timing and then just Legends by it. He just thinks he has a freebie.
Bro, they both died so quick, I assumed each got one. He just melted both. I mean, that second gunfight out of Legend, like literally probably threw his monitor through a wall. Just got evaporated.
It was like that little hop.
Yes, no, that looked disgusting. He's like, I got joked, boys. In Real, what was it? Lunar's probably needed one more bullet, like in his fight too. Ace for Real. Good shout from you, because I assume, okay.
Ooh.
We talked that into happening. Sometimes that'll happen. Gwyn with the opening pick. That's his third.
Oh, I thought he was going to fall off the map right there.
Broke his body on the ground.
Yeah, almost fell off the map there. Close. Hit the mantle though. This close corner is so tough. Just to get an angle, you have to jump in. You are getting aggressive though on the other side. That's going to be Abe able to find Joe. There's a quick trade. Lunar's trying to follow this up. Steady, it's caught.
Surge trying to push this to around 11. 2 versus 2 now. Koi boys were grouped up and pushing A. I can't stop it. That's the first time I've said it too. I've been trying not to, but it just sounds too good.
It flows. Yeah. I just crashed because it literally sounds like, I don't know. It sounds like a band.
Yeah, like a Korean pop band or something.
Yeah. Gwyn has a snipe, right? So the big question is, does he find a gun? No, so retaking with the pistol. Retaking with the pistol's fine when the player's looking the other way.
Yep, sure is. That's a painful bit of COD timing. Oh, the sniper's out though. Oh my God.
Wow.
Gets the pistol out, clutches up. Round 11, here we go.
Round 11.
That timing was absurd.
Yeah, that's another one.
Kleenex is still holding that. They win the round.
Close. Into that 2 versus 2. Yeah, honestly, timing's on both sides because it starts with time.
True.
But Surge almost.
Real goes from an ace to just instant clothesline.
Which we've seen a couple times.
Nothing slows down your roll more than a snipe to the forehead.
Did Gwyn die that, or did he get the defuse? He got the last kill, right?
Yeah. Gwyn stayed up. So snipe should be in play here. Gwyn looking to hit shots. He's been so good.
He wants it.
Round
He's
11.
feeling the snipe. 11 and 5. 3 first bloods. Clutching up in the 1v1 at the tail end of that one.
So they start off B, and now they're just...
Yeah, Real just gets to this spot, and Gwyn, he's done this multiple times.
And you just have to know that. Again, the time, you were 25 seconds in the round.
I mean, Gwyn's why am I a sniper now?
You never spotted anything middle.
Yeah, that looked insane.
Yep.
That looked insane. Hold up now. Abe trying to bring it back. Real, though, on the other side of it with a bit of freedom. I think teammates just trying to get to him and wrap through because he got so much information. Like, the entire backside spawn is clear. Like, come to me, boys. A is wide open.
And this is what we've seen him do, man. Like, just takes mid control and just sort of rotate to me. He did it last week, doing it here again. Such a strong Surge player.
Plant in, 3 versus 2. Can Abe and Lunars clutch for the squad? I mean, Abe's got to go.
Well, they know there's one back here.
3v1.
Kleenex guns him, and then he...
Yep. That wall jump over the door, it is just it's a dirty one. Yeah,
man.
it is a dirty one. Good luck with that. Surge, they test him. They push him to around 11. Yeah, there were a couple rounds where it felt like Koi was just ego challenge, trying some crazy stuff, but they reeled it back in. I mean, there were some insane plays from, I just think about like the Real has the ace into getting clothesline. Gwyn has a couple, like 3 first bloods, then a clutch, then turns his brain off in round 11.
Well, that's what I mean. You have to know that that's an option.
Okay. Yes, no, yeah. Unless I have to watch back at the beginning of the round, unless for some reason they had utter confidence that someone could have got across. I don't know how. No, I hear you. Yeah. And they've been doing that. Like, they've been literally flying across and isolating insight, like in that window. We watched them do it multiple times, and they're just like, no, they can't do it. It's honestly, it's the equivalent to their defense, where they just left mid wide open. We're like, oh, they're not gonna hit it. Like, yeah, no, it's just that's a very, very winnable search for Surge. If there weren't like 2 rounds where it felt like something was just off.
Mistakes. Mistakes.
Yeah.
You just have to.
Or Grim was like, well, if he's there, I'll quickscope. No, but he was not ready for a gunfight at all. Like, not at all.
An odd one.
Yeah, certainly was an odd one, but it's a 6-5 win.
Okay, so
if anything, I mean,
C's got 42.
As good as Koi, though, have been in the respawns.
He needs 17
kills.
kills.
Have been a little sketchy so far, right?
Yeah, 100%. You're relying a big.
And depending on how quick they go through
not the cleanest
scoring,
out of them, but
it's going to tell it all.
No, it is. They're up 2-0, but it just seems right now like it's very lopsided. Like, almost, it's like the opposite of maybe what Vegas face. Like FaZe, the hard points are struggling. Their search though looks great here. I mean, the respawns look so good for Koi, but the search not really clicking yet. But hey, like you said, they got to win. They have a chance to close this one 3 out 3-0. They were the favorite. They'll look to get it done in the map 3. We'll see if they can do it. I mean, they've been so good in the respawns. Last time we saw them on Overload, they won it 8-0
ain't gonna lie.
Miami. Spanking. Absolute spanking. Absolute dominance.
Like, map 1 should have been over with. But they started playing with them, bro, to get more kills.
We'll see if Surge can make a surge here in the map 3. We'll be back after this quick break.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be right back, guys.
We get it?
Yeah.
GG!
Boom. Let's go. I want to say that I was not trying to curse us. I did not. I thought it was 250 kills. So when we were up 70 kills, I was like, there's no way we can lose.
Yeah.
Now it makes
Can't win it on the point. Scrap and the boys get it done. There was a
back on the f***ing desk, play back on the f***ing desk.
You're f***ing dog kid.
But the Miami Heretics are hungry for a win. Can they end the streak?
Then, Toronto squares off against Minnesota. The Rocker will need a masterclass from the rookie Lindsay.
What is Ben doing here?
Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, weak, close.
Nice. No one there. Calf.
Yeah, Calf killed me. Top out.
Calf weak.
Falcon.
Jump down. He's still in the yellow car. Weak.
I can kill him. I'll point, bro.
One's out now.
Mid-cut.
Too slow, buddy. You haven't got time to go dumpster. You haven't got time for that. I got world starred. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was shooting guff. I've just seen that in the death cam.
The guys jumped off plan.
I'm like, surely he's getting his kill.
Yo. It was bad. It was bad.
Pure guff coming out.
I had the wrong attachments on.
Yep, he's absolute.
Guff is holy shit, speak. Yo, tell me how. Tell me how.
Watch it, S1. I have the cross. Crossing, Joe dead. Nice! 65! So you have 60 for the outcome! Yo, Joe! It's a fucking
Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL. Scuff, official controller of the CDL. Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now.
He's overdue, I think.
Well, this Vancouver team's the worst in the league.
They're shooting bodies. They're shooting bodies.
Yep.
I mean, like, if they're not gonna kill me, I'm off, bro. Bro, they're not gonna freaking kill me. I'm off the game, dude.
Okay, well, yeah, you heard Sam LaRue. He has some thoughts about this Surge team.
He's been in that spot before.
Yeah,
That
true.
Surge team.
Wait, that's true.
Yeah, no.
God, we're going back to the start of the CDL.
Yeah, he'll be able to. He can help. I think he could. I think he could.
Bring him back. No, he could probably still help a whole hell of a lot of teams. That guy pulled a Calvin Johnson, retired early, but I respect it. He's vibing. I did not expect that calm as we came into that.
I'm not even sure what Joe said. I'm not even sure what he said.
They can't even kill me. I'm gonna go eat
Get
dinner.
off the game or something?
I have no idea. But no, he was frying. He's always a good vibe. He's been a fantastic addition to the league since he came in. Fun to watch. Absolute monster. Fist bumps are up. They're ready to go. Close this out in 3-0 fashion and dominate. A little sketchy there in the search to destroy, but respawn.
I mean, we're expecting maybe another 8-0.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. It's I don't have high hopes for this Surge team currently.
No, I mean, it's just how Koi looked last week in this game mode. But you kind of heard what Octane's talking about. Just he thinks they're the worst. I think a lot of people kind of agree right now. Just shocking. Yeah, because we're talking about a team that was so consistent last year, but you hit the rebuild button.
Where Koi have looked a little sus is like their Den hard point against Miami. Their Den search here was a little questionable. Maybe their Den overload.
I like that. You're fine.
Maybe it's just like a Den thing. I'm trying to spell a potential opening for Surge, even if I don't believe in it at all.
I like that. Looking for anything. We're at week 2 and we're looking for that.
Yeah.
Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all.
No, probably not. But I mean, most of it's gonna be very competitive. But this particular match in Respawn's not really expected. But maybe Abe and the boys are gonna turn up.
I'm not sure what Itzo was doing. He's just saying hello.
Yeah. He was trying to be as annoying as humanly possible.
I mean, Joe's already in their HUD, so that's going to be
good
a
luck
score.
with that. Yeah, that'll be 1 through. This might be a quick 4-0 first half. We'll see. But you're spawning them out. Only downside is you score B, and it's going to be a topside EMP spawn. So it's going to be at least like kind of a gimme for Surge to get back into this a little bit, an opening, so they're not just getting destroyed off of spawn. Tracking back will be Koi now to deal with this. Real, a one-man army there for a moment, then gets team killed.
Yeah, I mean, I think Koi just want to get this out and wrap it bottom side if possible. But let's say they're just worried they don't want to get caught because it's going to reset here soon. And if it resets, goes back to the spot. I think this is like sort of the key that we talked about last week. You just, when you're attacking on the Koi side, you don't want to spend too much time over here. Just wasted time.
Yeah, no, the more gunfights that are happening topside, probably the worse for you. But this is where if they get a score and then it goes back bottom, this is where things can really start to spiral. They just want to take this topside.
So far.
We don't see it. We don't see a ton of scores from this side towards A, but they're getting close, grabbing it, winning the fight, winning another. Reality, we get 2, but still can't put it through.
Yeah, and that's why. It's just hard. It's just hard to get that cross.
It is,
you have a closer spawn. Going to B. Once you get HUD control, you're cutting off elbow. Can be it's much easier.
At first, I thought Lunars was taking that bottom just due to Legend's position. I'm like, I'm still not taking it bottom. I don't care what he's cleared. Let him pinch. Take it top.
Yeah, but Troy right now dominating this series, dominating the map so far. Let's go to a listening with Toronto.
Nice shot. I'll push you B2. One shot could be broken. He's dropping left. One P2 win.
You weak?
He's not. Win. P2 just falling.
2 on the left. 2 on the left.
2 left. One P2.
2 on the left.
Fine, Jerry.
They're going for 10 weak.
They're running for 10.
I'm hostile, bro. He's got the ball gun no jump.
You guys get it? Back left.
Two more. I'm already running.
They could be
I had a bit.
You guys good. Keep going.
I'll get shot. Watch flanking blue. No, red. Low red. Low red this way, bro. One low red. Pick up mid. Yo, he won't mid. He's going to pick up Legend.
Yeah, you're good. Keep getting left.
I'm sitting left. Hands me, really weak.
That's one really deep, Trevor.
Go dubstep, left side. Maybe lobby as well.
Yeah, I'm on mid.
You're back down. I got mid.
Office on you.
Oh, frick, fuck. I should have grabbed it.
One more plant going deep.
Oh my goodness.
One deep plant.
Two plant. No, both plant.
opponents.
Alright, we're spawning.
Absolute fucking shit.
I'm rapping, okay? No, hurry. I'm Dojo.
One lobby, watch him pick out lobby.
What's on you, Jerry?
That's me, Jiven.
I'm mid.
One's going white heady and one's the front office.
I ain't gonna lie, I need to hear Vancouver's comms right
I said
now.
if Surge
I'm
probably
not gonna
shouldn't
lie.
wrap at bottom, and then right as we go to listen, they did wrap at bottom. They got smoked, and it was an instant counter score. That is the scary part of the push.
Doing that?
Yeah.
The scary part of doing it, and then it spawns bottom on the third.
Yeah.
On the third one, so you're gonna have another chance here with 1:15. We'll see if they're able to get to that number 4. Luder's just trying to pinch through mid. He's gonna get there quick.
I was just cracking up because I was like, don't do that. The second we go to listen, they do. And yeah, it did not go well at all. Real dancing on him. 3 in a row for him. Well, 5 in a row for him. 3 there through on the feed, though. And you're up 3-0. Looking like it could be another blowout. We'll see if the side swap changes things. But so far, so good. Working towards a streak. Maybe 1 more, 2 more, and he's good to go. Just staying alive. Just staying alive.
Him and Joe have lived in this hut, in their base, so they've just controlled the map. You have to deal with these 2 SMGs. They haven't been able to do so. And, well, he's still not able to do so. 14-7 from Joe. The final capture coming in. Knife is
Nah,
well.
that's mad disrespectful.
He's gonna do it
That's
all.
mad
Because the
disrespectful.
nade did connect, so nice little defense there by Legend. So maybe we won't see 4.
All right. Yeah, I thought for sure, just watching his POV, that was about to be a score. But Surge will stand tall, at least at the tail end of this. We'll see if they can use this wrap to the top side plus the 30-second extension to maybe lead to a score. Pointman defensively will be Real. We'll hop over to him. Nice gunfight win. Beautiful shot. Just straight headies onto A. He will get traded out, but his teammates will pick up the slack. That will lead to halftime. All Koi so far.
And trying to see just top guys there, they're laughing, having a good time. Bottom guys stressed. Really thinking about things.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, you're thinking, maybe that bottom side push is going to spawn bottom. You're hoping you can chain it, but it's just, you run the risk of allowing the same thing to happen.
When they spawn trapping one of the
Yeah.
side
Yeah,
points,
from like a more favorite side for
you
that.
can't really do much because we got
There's
one
not
watching that
payoff. I mean, I'm
stairs
sure
and
we're
one
gonna see
watching that other
scores,
part of the
obviously,
stairs.
from that position, like,
and even
Surge
try to go
at the bottom,
mid,
but
like
man,
someone's pushing that,
it was just such a quick counter.
pushing that
that's
right
what,
side,
this is
watching
the
that
other
mid
part of
when
the
they're
problem.
trying
Joe
to
and
get
Real
the
just
thing.
lived
It's
in your
crazy.
base. They're 16-9. Joe's 59.
Well, okay.
Phipps is 17-7.
Yeah, I mean,
Inside's on vacation.
Sides and stuff don't matter too much, I guess, when you're getting slammed in the side department that much. We can talk strategy all we want, but at the end of the day, it's a first-person shooter. You got to find some kills.
Yeah, we're playing COD.
Yeah. Insight looks right. Should have looked left. Able to find the opener. A nice sequence of kills for Surge, but still the battles of mid-map. Real, his double kind of silences any kind of playmaking ability for Surge. Keeps the EMP stalled out. Yeah, I mean, Koi, I imagine
Real
they're
getting plenty
trying
of
to put the
kills,
pressure
though.
on offensively, but
You have a chance here. If you're able to get this objective control, you have 2 players bottom already. You can kind of go pretty quick. The problem is, though, there we go. You had to find Insight and Real. So you got some map control. You're starting to get pushed up, but that's the kill you need. That's what Joe and Real were finding. They don't find it. So now you're in the middle of the map, but with the pistol out, and you just gotta wait for your teammates off spawn.
To win that gunfight, to like get into the spawn, to get loose, to get lost.
It's always on that sort of like first blocker.
Oh, Abe's double. Abe's triple. He cooks him there. Big chance
Yeah,
for
Abe.
scores. Joe Deceives is going to try and shut it down. Joe Deceives. Joe Deceives. Joe Deceives gets 3.
Oh, my
I thought he was
goodness.
going to get a 4th, but you stopped the push.
And they were just a little slow on the bottom side. I think it was Legend and Lunar's just a little too slow. I mean, Abe found the triple, and nobody else really, they weren't all going. Nice nade, though, from Abe, keeps this alive. Well, did he actually?
Reset.
Oh, reset. Okay, never mind. I saw the skull.
No, reset. Otherwise, yeah, maybe an opportunity to do it. But yeah, no. I mean, Joe Deceives, like anything Abe can do, I can do better. Answers a triple with a triple. Lone man defensive stand. And that was a moment. That was a moment for Surge where maybe you can start to rally. Granted, there's still 3 minutes to go, but that's just one. It just needs to be a score.
Yeah, but momentum's starting to build up now. Starting to slay a little bit more.
100%.
Starting to find some kills. Now 5 in a row as his squad. Insight's got to play his life. Here comes the push from Surge. And there we go. So now it's a 4 versus 2.
Still got Joe Deceives to go through.
You're the B side. And
still got Joe Deceives to go through.
You are wrong.
Still got Joe Deceives to go through. Still got Joe to go through.
Oh my
Somebody
goodness.
put this guy in goal for the national team.
Dude.
Nah, bro.
Just locking it down on defense.
Nah, bro.
You can get through everybody, but you can't get through Joe. Now trying to do it on offense. EMP in hand, teammates looking over him. One more to get through. Here goes Joe. He will get silenced. Insight with the trade, but the trade's enough for Surge. But I mean, for Koi, yeah, you don't get a score, but still, the more time you have the rock on that part of the map, better position you're going to be in.
Yeah, just wasting about a minute there. Again, have a couple opportunities, but pretty much have to be flawless here for Surge. Here is their next push, and well, guess who?
I'd be like, hello.
Is Mr. Joe Deceives again able to find Legend, and now you can just see they have to try to rotate this. Abe is here though, and while he's trying to some great moves, are you going to be able to cross this? So nice rotation. So not done yet.
Honestly, Abe bought enough time there, just sort of finessing and hopping around. There are three arrows on the map just trying to deal with him. It took so long that you do get through. So all right, score on the board for Surge. Minute and a half to go. Problem for them is EMP is spawning topside, so this is what Koi want. How much time can they stall out? They didn't even really do anything. Just keep this messy, trade efficiently. Don't allow Surge to wrap this out bottom.
Yeah, you can see they're just playing slow. They're watching the pinch. They know they have a minute.
Oh, no.
And well, Joe just as he finds these openings, he just keeps going.
Is he invisible?
Maybe. Oh, we don't get the last one, so maybe a chance to defend this if you're Surge.
Oh, they gotta defend this. Score through and nearly seal things. Team kill comes in, pistol hitting. EMP still there at the edge to get scooped, but I mean, they got a 3-on-1 for a moment, just gotta go. They're able to trade it, and they're able to push it through. A 4-1 lead for Koi. Some fight and Surge in this second half, but unfortunately, Joe Deceives exists.
Yeah. So do his teammates. Just insights on 6 in a row. Clinic's able to find the triple.
Yeah, but like, I mean, those triples on defense, those two stops, like,
they were everything.
He was literally the last guy alive. You still probably win this map, but it's a lot closer. It's a lot closer. The sequences don't go like that.
Yeah, honestly, the fact they even had the chances, when you look at this scoreboard, I mean, props to Surge for fighting back.
Considering the slang?
Yeah, the slang.
Well, to be fair, it's really one-sided from the first half. I mean, not that they outplayed them in the second, but it was bad.
And somebody's gonna help my guy Abe.
Abe turned up. He had some great plays, had some big multi-kills, had a nice bit of finesse to help Lunars get through their one score, but not gonna be enough. Koi, too strong in the respawns. Surge tested them at moments in the map 3, tested them in the search and destroy, but Koi is just better, and Joe Deceives defense, like prime Elijah wanted
he
to
dog
just
walked
shutting it down.
him by himself, bro.
I like that.
Just all over the net.
I like that.
And he's leading the flying V on the other side of the map.
Oh,
Guys
he
doing it all.
dog walked him by himself.
But yeah, no, it was a team effort, though. He had a really good individual moments, found some insane openings that I don't even know how he found, regardless of mode. But they take a 3-0. An expected result. We'll take a look at the stats. I mean, I think we feel the same way we did about Koi going into this. Respawn looks insane. Surge still needs some work. Surge still might be the worst team in the league. Nothing changed.
Surge. I thought you said Surge needs some work. I was like, yes, they do.
Well, their Surge needs work. Surge also needs work.
Got it. I know what you mean now. No, yeah, wrong. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you got to clean some things up. That's going to be the one thing we'll focus on with Koi until they face some of the better competition. But their respawn looks fantastic.
No, it does. It does. The respawn's been very, very fun to watch. But yeah, not really tested yet. I mean, some of the schedules have been insane for like some of them have really hard schedules. They haven't had the most difficult one yet, but that'll do it for us. 3-0 victory there for Koi. Impressive stuff. A pretty quick day. I feel like we were speed racing through this one. Puckett, guys, break it down.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And a speed run from Toronto as expected, except for that search and destroy. That got dicey. We went to around 11. So let's pick it up there in the close game of the 3.
Yeah.
Why was it close?
Yeah, I mean, there were some nice looks that you saw on the side of Surge.
They got a little creative, I feel like, in that map number 2.
Yeah, some of their offensive rounds, like Lunars up top, looking through the hole, nice little spot I learned there, and then send an Abe to take space. Like,
freaking Joe
Deceives
went stupid.
Is still, the teamwork isn't all the way there.
100%.
They had a first blood. They could have put it to a 5. They could have put it in a situation where they had a commanding lead in the game. Instead, they throw their life away. Lunars pushes through their bottom mid on a defensive round. Those are the things that we highlighted where where it's like, if you're Surge, you got to do everything you can to make the game easier for yourselves, and they did not do that.
Ali, let's take it to game number 3 as we take a look at some of these highlights. Maven hyping up this man for good reason. It's the second coming of a Beezy. Joe Deceive finding lanes and causing pain in the side. He scores, he plays defense, the man does it all.
He's one of the best SMGs for a reason, has been for the past 2 years. I mean, the fact that he can solo army defend this is a testament not only to his skill, but also a lot of work that Vancouver Surge needs to do. And you pair this now with the addition of Real, it's just like this team, they are looking to upgrade. This is a team that's looking to make Sunday runs, and unfortunately for Vancouver Surge, like they're not even making it through Friday right now, right? They're not even making it through Thursday, so some movement to be had.
We're looking at the numbers here, and Gwyn went, what, 15 and 27 in that last game after being an all-star in the previous matchup. How do you shut down a team the way Toronto Koi did against Vancouver tonight?
Well, there's a couple things that factor here, Chris, where it's like,
ain't gonna lie.
Team, like strategically, you're seeing right here.
I'm not gonna lie.
This game is still winnable. I mean, there's 3 minutes left in it. You're down 3 scores, right? And it's like, okay, in order to score, we have to pinch. So one, you're giving some free kills away, and then second, like you're going up against a really good team in the Toronto Koi. You have to be keeping track of names.
I was just gonna say that they are not player counting. We saw that in the Search and Destroy too.
Yeah, you have to be keeping track of names. So yeah, they're behind. Obviously, Koi star-studded. And we got to see a little bit of what we talked about with the 3 SMGs in the map 1.
Ain't gonna lie.
They were unbelievable.
I ain't gonna lie,
It
boys.
looks very clean if you're a Koi fan. For the respawns, our play of the game belongs to
It's
Joe
good
Deceives.
to win today.
It's a little
Look,
compilation. Thank you to
I got all of them right. It's gonna show up, but Joe Deceives definitely got them. We got to shoot. Only put $12 down. I ain't gonna lie. $75 win? I'll take that. I ain't gonna lie.
You're challenging one by one. Nobody's really
I'm not a full-on gambling man, but
timings that they're just not working in the favor of Surge.
Yeah, it's tough. They're in your spawn, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about world-class player in Joe Deceives. He gets up in your kills like that, it's going to be tough. And you know, we went over this play a couple of times now. This just can't be the case. We have to either play a little bit more patient or somebody have a successful bench.
In between seasons, we didn't know what roster we would see from Toronto Koi, but the one thing the fans demanded was that this man would be wearing purple. Joe Deceives locked up by Adam Adamow for good reason. Joe, you put on your skills on display in front of all the fans tonight. What made you giggle the most? Because I was watching your player cam, and you're not even calling out. You're just smiling and bouncing, bro.
Yeah, I mean, we're just having fun with it. You know, we know we're like a very good team, and you know, they're kind of, you know, Vancouver are kind of going through their struggles right now. Obviously, you know, Legend just moved over, so you know, they're kind of learning the game together. You know, so I think we're just having fun with it. You know, we're just playing our game. You know, just enjoying it.
So far through 2 matches, you guys have been unstoppable in Overload. I think it's 12-1 is the total score count in both of those Overloads you've played. What has given you guys an edge there?
I think we just have like a very good flow and understanding of things, of like when to do what, you know, what situations to do, you know, certain routes, certain things, you know, when to flood, when to pinch, you know, all that. Just, yeah, I just think we have a very good understanding, like you said, so.
Joe, congratulations on the win. I want to ask you, you know, you were already a talent when you first came to the league last year. You were fighting for Sundays and rings, and now I want to know where this game kind of sits for you. Where is your confidence in this movement and how it feels for you as a player? And what can we expect from Joey D?
Yeah, I think my confidence is at an all-time high, you know, especially with the addition of Real. I feel like we've kind of got what we're missing. You know, he's very good at S&D making plays. I think that was something we've lacked in our past couple teams. And I think he fills that gap for me when I don't do it sometimes. So, yeah, I think he helps my confidence knowing, you know, he's a very good player and he's on my team. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Joe, what do I need to do to get to see you with a sniper rifle? Can we maybe make that happen for a special round of Surge soon?
You might have to talk to my ARs about that one. I don't know if they want me on the sniper. I don't know. Not a good look.
I think it can be fun. I'm just saying, let's give it a round.
Bro. He said, give this guy a call.
Congrats on the win tonight. We'll let you go celebrate with the squad.
Appreciate that. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, man. That is Toronto Koi's Joe Deceives. He walks away with the second dub. And
he dog walked him, bro.
3-0 thrashing. That's our Monster Energy match of the day, but let's rewind it to the very start.
Map 2, though. Map 2.
Birds and feathers for flying.
I feel like they should have played it a bit better, but it's all good. Like I said,
roasted, cooked,
like Joe Deceives says, like this is Legend coming into the league. He's, you know, he's learning with the team and stuff. He's gonna get better. I guarantee it. He's gonna become a better player. A lot of people are gonna not like him and stuff, but you gotta understand, trust the process. Not knowing bead stuff, trusting the process, and never do nothing. But
and their main
you gotta trust Pro Stocks with
source
him.
of food is pigeons.
Really?
Or
Well, are
maybe
you saying
ravens,
the Ravens
in this
are
case.
pigeons?
Falcons,
We've
crush
been Ravens to
ravens.
pigeons.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, if you look at the two birds, it definitely makes sense.
They ain't even eating like rats or nothing now. They are prioritizing other birds.
Yep,
Falcons, predators of the sky. They were predators across all 3 games. There was nothing nice to say about the Royal Ravens. Sorry, Slasher. The crew fell short today.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough showing. I think this was important for the Riyadh Falcons to draw a line in the sand. Like, hey, we're an above average team, and we're going to be contending to maybe make a few Sundays and potentially here at Major 1. But moving over to this match,
Most
best
exciting
game
one of the
strong.
day.
Best match of the day. Ali, you predicted this one down to the science of the map count.
Dude, listen, I'm going to tell you that right now, though. The reverse sweep was definitely not what I had in mind, honestly. After that map number 1, when it was so close, I was like, all right, this S&D, we've got to lock something up. Boston Breach fall flatline there. But that's okay because it's Snoopy and Purge and the SMGs that were just balling in that map number 3 and use that momentum to close out the series. And that's what you want from a team like Boston.
Can we consider that there's a possible curse happening in Minnesota?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I mean, this has been since last year, for years now.
No, it doesn't stop.
Game 5 L's, bro.
Is this where players go to die?
I don't know what it is, but these guys
I really feel
have
Estro
no
has
ice.
been here for a very long time.
It's not even up north.
It's the organization. Organizational no ice.
4 kills, 14 deaths from your ARs in the final game doesn't help your odds of winning. We take a look at your stars who help carry their teams. Celium 65, Joe Deceives tops all performers though with 74 kills, a 1.64, and a positive 29 performance. And what's the sexiest number on that screen?
I'm gonna go with just the 74 kills in that series.
It's pretty good.
Guy was popping off. I know a lot of people that have Joe Deceives are very excited about their fantasy teams right now.
Oh, absolutely.
They are climbing the leaderboard. Let's see where they stand after our first day here in week number 2. 12 matches have been played, and you can see Koi are now joining a group at 2-0. Boston right there in the running thanks to Snoopy's efforts today. Allie, how long does Boston go undefeated? Do we have any undefeated teams at Major 1?
I think we have undefeated teams in Major 1 for sure. I think Optic Texas is probably looking at maybe an undefeated. I don't know LA Thieves' schedule off the top of my head. They could go undefeated. I don't know about Boston.
Well, LA Thieves play Gentlemates tomorrow.
Ooh.
And here is a sample of that schedule tomorrow, Nameless, because if you weren't going to say it, I was going to spoil it. The banger opens it up at 3 p.m. Eastern. Set your alarm right now. LA Thieves versus Paris Gentlemates could be the match
I don't know
of
who I'm
stage
gonna pick
1.
tomorrow.
We got Heretics versus Optic Texas and Cloud9 New York taking on Vancouver Surge. And walk me through the schedule. How many of those go to a game 5?
I just saw an
I think
LA
we're going to get 2
Boston.
game 5s tomorrow. I will also say, go to COD League's website, check out the schedule. You guys are talking about Boston and their potential. The fact that they started 2-0, they have a favorable schedule going forward. We start talking about them
I don't know, I
being a
just thought
lock
they
for
played
winners
LA.
bracket. That's the last match.
Oh, okay.
They got New York Cloud9 in here.
My bad,
You got Boston. They
Cloud9.
got Vancouver coming up.
Vancouver.
Riyadh coming up. Like they got some
Allie,
games.
as the Oracle, you have the best predictions. The fans are one behind you. Nameless is right there, and I have a whole lot of work to do to catch up.
It'll be
Who
a
are you
Christmas
most
miracle.
proud of so far, and who is your guarantee lock? If I'm looking for someone reliable in the CDL, who is Allie's lock?
What are you asking me right now, team?
Give me one for tomorrow. Who's a lock?
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie, I should have put all my money in, and I would have won fucking $400 or
That's it for the
$500.
show, everybody. Thank you for
But-
watching. We'll catch you tomorrow, 2:45 Eastern for the pre-show.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Whew. Crazy. All right, let's see. We got not that long before I gotta. I thought you stopped betting, bro. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and talk about some of this stuff that I've been trying to do. All right, but give me 1 sec, guys. Hold up. Dun, 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 dun. All right. All right. So back to what I was saying. Because we got like probably like 7. Well, not 7 minutes, but like we got like probably like 15 or so. So let me go ahead and talk about all this. All right. So as most of y'all know, because I represent them, but I want to make it into like an actual esports thing. But let me go ahead and pull it up. A lot of thing. So as y'all know, CTKD clan. I know a lot of people gonna say, bah. All right, so this is what I'm looking for, guys. So if you want to be able to join, of course we're gonna have content creators that represents these games, these following games. Okay, Call of Duty, Overwatch. Hold on, let me open this door. King. All right, so like I said, guys, Call of Duty, Overwatch 2. I wanna watch some I think this was League of Legends. I'm gonna put maybe on this, okay? Like, let's see what else games. I won't mind Fortnite. Hold up. Okay, so Call of Duty, Overwatch, League, or LOL, what you call it, Apex, Fortnite, Rainbow Six, and then I don't know what else games, okay? At least not yet. Comp. I think that's how you spell it. Competitive. Don't judge me, because you gotta remember, like, I only got one eye that's working fully. Call of Duty for certain. Rainbow Six. I'll just put LOL. Fortnite. And then I don't know, just tell me what else y'all want to see, okay? When it comes to the competitive side, now when it comes to the Discord, guys, mostly I have my own Discord for my server, but that's more for like content creators and stuff like that, so they can mostly promote their stuff. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna put soon, but I'm gonna make a Discord, okay, for it. If anybody have any ideas of logos, let me know. And then, like I said, like the team color, like the team logo color, is pretty much orange, black, gray, white. Pretty much those are pretty much inside those colors of those. But other than that, I'll say that's. Ooh, hold on, wait a minute. No, why I do that? I don't know why I did that. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Well, y'all get the point. I'm gonna probably what I'll do, TikTok. Follow my you're gonna have to follow my TikTok, guys. But I'm I'm gonna post all what I just typed on there. So if you just looking at it and stuff and know what teams, it'll probably be more down the line, but we'll just do like a couple teams for like couple like games and stuff. And then when it comes to content creator, it don't have to be just games. You can do like just your chill stream and stuff like that. But if you play games as well, that'll be perfectly fine for it. But other than that, hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Probably within like an hour or so, I will be on Overwatch, so definitely watch out for that. Yeah, just watch out for that. I hope y'all enjoyed this today's Call of Duty week 2 and stuff like that. We will be streaming tomorrow for week 2, day 2 and stuff like that. So definitely watch out for that as well. But other than that, guys, this has been your boy Darker, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.